sway.
Right. Y'all ready to do this podcast?
Gregory,
I'm excited.
Podcast mode.
I am
You're
hyped.
sleepy over there.
I am. I
Shock
feel
drop
sleepy.
earlier today.
You look like Brandon Ingram over there.
Ooh.
Animal
Sleep on this.
seizures.
What's up with you?
Work emails.
You doing the most.
Okay.
The
Podcast mode. Activate. Flannel.
Okay.
You're the one that's storming the Capitol over there with your
All
flannel
right.
ass.
Let's do
And your
this.
Red Sox hat.
Yo. Sneak This Podcast, episode 244. George, Greg, Rico, Andy, back in the building.
Let's go.
Get excited, George. George's beard,
Hey, he's
back
out
in
here.
the building.
That's the most excited I've probably ever seen George.
Last week, his beard said it wasn't going to be here, and it's back.
He went
Special
back to
guest.
back. Like
Special
Jordan
guest, his
in
beard.
95, 96.
We appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast.
George Beer wearing 4.5.
Today, he got a full Jordan 4.5 beard. We are doing top 10. Is it iconic video game
Iconic,
characters
yes.
or top 10 video game characters?
Iconic.
All right.
You typed iconic, so
You
I hope
typed
you didn't
iconic.
change it.
Yeah.
Top 10 iconic video game characters to us. And we're also doing the Hall of Flames today. Which I want to talk about a little bit about the Hall of Flames too, because I don't like the Hall of Flames. I looked at them on the website. I was like, ew.
He doesn't like his own creation.
What do you mean? Ew.
Well, it was weird how we built it. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
All right.
Appreciate everybody. Like I said, appreciate everybody who came to dinner last week. Shout out to Don. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Got a lot of messages. Everybody like, dang, no invite. I was like, you live
Shout out
in
to
you live
Rocio.
in Jacksonville, Florida. Like,
No
what-
invite.
Shout out for Rocio for putting that together.
Oh, yeah.
Rocio and
Shout
Hannah.
out to her, man.
Greg didn't know it was happening until
No idea.
day of.
She asked me about it, and I was like, what?
But he said, F them fools.
I was just like, why don't we and you just go to dinner? I'm
Gregory
like,
might hate us.
I don't hate anybody. I'm just not used to having friends. I'll be honest with you. I just
2020 got you acting weird.
I'm not. Hey, look, man. This is the longest I've ever lived in a place, and like I said, this is the longest that like I've actually had people where it's like, oh, I guess I'm not going anywhere. So, I mean, typically, well, I'm old now, so I was always younger then. But like, I knew in about 5-6 years I'd be out of here, like But now I got kids and stuff here in the life, so I guess I ain't going nowhere. Shoot, MGK, we appreciate every single person that has gotten their kits already been posted. I appreciate the brand. You know why? Because one thing I worry about was them taking too long to send the kits. You know what I mean? They send them joints out immediately, man. Shout out to them. I mean, it's a good kit. Like I said, man, you get the kit. Clean your sneakers. You get the 2 cleaners. You get water repellent. You get the shoe freshener. You get the brush. Last week we had about a little less than the first one. The first one we had, man, I'm hot in here.
It is hot
Shouldn't
in
have
here.
worn
It's
this plaid. The first week we had over 400, like around 405 people who like tried to get the kits, and then this week we had around 280 maybe. But because I did it in the video, I said like, sorry, I blocked out, I quiet the silence the area in the audio, and then I just added it in the video. So I will say the secret sneaker, same process, but I'm gonna leave it in the audio this week, so some of you guys will have an opportunity sooner than those who watch the video. Send me your address, NIG, with the secret sneaker. The secret sneaker could be said during this podcast at any moment. It could be the very last words of this podcast, or it could be right after I'm done saying this. You never know, but you gotta listen to the show to get the kit. I will tell you guys one thing. I appreciate everybody who does it, but look, consider the kit's gone in about 3-4 hours. You know, I would tell you, some cats are sending stuff a week later, like, yo, I know I'm late. I'm like, look. Like,
Yeah, we only have 5 listeners on this podcast.
some people are catching up to episodes, so they're still sending me AirTech Challenge 2, and I'm like, oh no, we already on another week now. So this is the 3rd week. Shout out to MGK, and like I said, man, I'm just glad for the opportunity to like give back to the listeners somewhat. You know, I know it's a little bit kind of off kilter, being audio comes out before video, so it might seem a little unfair for those, but like, I mean, it is what it is. I want to get the audio out as soon as possible. I get the audio out like within like 30 minutes of being at home. Video takes about, you know, a little under 24 hours. So, but like I said, I appreciate everybody. Pickups. You got 2 in studio unboxings.
I'll go last.
You gonna go last?
Because I haven't been here in a while, so I have a list of pickups.
George got some pickups.
Sports cars.
Super nachos.
George got some super pickups, man. I'm a little jealous, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Sent me a message when we drove over here. I've been checking my email since I got here, B. What you got, George?
Travis Scott. 6.
British Knights.
Already?
British Knights.
Yep, he already got it.
On
British
Travis
Army?
Scott's site.
I know. I put in for it.
No, I did not.
British Army Intelligence.
What
Travis
size
Scott,
you get?
12 and a half.
You keeping?
Keeping that
Sports cards,
nonsense.
B.
Keeping that nonsense. That joint is
Nonsense.
fire.
It's fire.
Man, slap yourself in half.
That shoe is taller than this building.
No, it's
So are
not.
you.
Yes, it is.
And why get a 12 and a half then?
It's a rare size.
Why get your size?
I mean, what? Huh?
Why get your size if you ain't keeping
What
it?
size should I put in for?
I don't know.
girl size?
Something
Yep.
else.
Why is that?
7.5.
And what if I put in a 9.5 and got it and resold it? How would you feel?
That joint is a must keep. All right. I think it's better than the olive
last
colorway.
thing that's a must keep.
You crazy.
That I
Do you
own.
own any 6s?
No.
Slap your teeth. What else you got?
I don't think I have any 6s.
Man.
I hope all the emails didn't already go out for it. Maybe
I think they did. I just checked the website. It
Got
says
'em.
sold out. So
I mean, I knew it was sold out, but like I didn't. I mean, I didn't think maybe like maybe throughout the day or something. Like, man,
yeah, I was in the middle of training, and my buddy had sent me the link, and I was like trying to enter it. And then my boss walked in. And I was like,
dang,
was
you
halfway
work in an
through it.
environment like that?
Yeah.
"Oh." If my boss wasn't there, I would have been fine.
I couldn't even imagine throwing my phone down and my boss came walking by. I'd be like, what? I mean, I'm the boss, but
You. He saw himself in the mirror and went.
George, what else you got?
Air Max 95 LeBron, I guess. What are they called? Is that what they are? LeBron?
Oh, that already came out?
On
That one?
sneakers?
Oh,
I know that
those
is.
is whack.
Anyway.
Oh, they suck.
You know, you already saw him? You saw him in here?
No,
You
they
got
haven't
him?
even shipped yet.
Oh, I just don't understand why everything LeBron related Laker wise got to be like half purple.
It's
Half,
whack.
there is zero creativity put in the like Laker LeBron colorways. It's like we'll make one shoe purple and one shoe yellow, or split it up. What else you got?
That's it.
Dang, Rico, what you got?
Scream
much
green
pops?
Hirachis.
Fire.
The leather is outstanding.
Where'd you get them from?
Manor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I called up to Manor and they had my size left, but I called up that day and I said I was gonna go up there and get them, and I never did.
Dang, liar.
Dang.
I didn't. I just forgot.
Liar.
Damn, I got soccer like nonstop. Have you worn them yet?
I did.
Oh,
That's going to be my beater, my
Rico's a
2021
straight to
beater.
foot kind of guy.
I like that.
I am for the most part, yeah.
You haven't wore Ferris Bueller's though.
I have not worn Ferris Bueller's. Other pickup, those New Balances shipped. The Aimelion Door New Balance 550s.
dang.
Oh, 550s. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I have-
Oh, 550.
I thought you meant the other trash.
No,
things.
I have pink 1300s too. Those things are god awful.
I need to see them in
I should have
person.
brought them.
I actually-
because
No, you don't.
I can't tell if they trash or not.
No, you
they
don't.
they actually suck. But I do think.
Did you watch
I think
my
the
review
green
video?
ones?
Well,
I think the
yeah.
green ones are better.
But I mean, in
I
the
literally
video,
I was blowing dust off of them. Like,
Yeah.
half of people on social media say they trash,
You don't
half
need to
say
see
they
it in
okay.
person.
Now, I do take Rico's with New Balances and stuff like that opinion and consideration higher than others. You know, David Blackman, all them cats. I haven't seen what David Blackman or anybody said about it, but like
Oh, David Black. Okay.
in your video,
Fam,
I
he's
couldn't
still-
tell. You know.
David Blackman still has not gotten his.
Oh, okay.
He got his New Balance 550s today and still has not gotten his 1300s.
Oh, that's funny.
He might burn ALD to the ground.
So, what color 550s did you get?
That yellow and green.
Did you try for them, George?
What?
The 550s.
No,
The
he said
basketball.
no.
I didn't either.
I'm in the same boat with George. I'm not messing with them anymore.
And you know what it is? I was in fear of that. I think I said that on here. I was like, when I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to do it. I read I actually clicked the thing like terms and conditions. I never read that. I went through that joint. Like, okay, just to make sure
You have to
it didn't
scour
say expect spring of 2022 or something. Like, I went through it, and then by the time I got done reading it, and I got to the point of checkout, and I was just like, I'm gonna forget this, man. I don't want this. Like, I don't care about this that much. I mean, I did,
I got
but
EE shorts that would match.
I will say this though, the AOD and that model is the only ones I care about. I don't care about those. George has sent those ones from like Sanuka. Remember that one?
Oh, Sanika. The GR one?
Burgundy, yeah, the burgundy.
Yeah.
I don't care about those. If they don't got the old look to it, I don't care about it. Like, it gotta have old look to it to me.
I did get Raging Bulls that a few weeks ago.
You keep
Sort
those?
of by mistake. They'll be in the MANIERE fund. I've
You started a fund? What's in the fund so far? MANIERE?
those Blue Ash Easy 350s.
Blue Ash 3. You halfway there. You there. They only like $780 right now.
ALD
750?
1300s.
ALD 1300s. That's a good
Are they
one.
selling for anything?
I don't know. I have mine
really.
up on eBay for like $250, but I haven't checked it.
No,
What
they're
they
like
like retail?
on stock. They're under retail on StockX, I believe.
That's why you
Okay,
gotta
that
go
doesn't
to
matter.
That's why you go to eBay.
I don't
Are
know
they
what
selling
else.
on
I don't
eBay?
remember what else.
They were, yeah. I saw some
okay.
selling for like $230, $240, but I think that was like before people had them in hand. Like a lot of people had them in hand.
Right now, in your size,
I'm still trying tomorrow.
They're about $750 right now. They come out tomorrow. Now, they come out tomorrow like just a regular website drop?
I think it's a regular drop.
Oh, okay.
First come, yeah, like that.
And I didn't like the verbiage I seen today on it. It was like, while supplies last, which means there ain't many left. Huh?
Nope.
Like, I just don't understand how that stuff is allocated out. Like, if you're going to have like a 3-release drop, like you have a women's draw, a general draw, and then a general release, like how many pairs are
I made sure to ask all the women in my life to help me, just in case they're like, oh, it's a women's shoe. Oh, it's a woman's name.
I ask you like women questions or something. Stuff you don't know.
We're bringing tampons.
What else you caught? That was it?
I think so.
You
I don't
saying
remember anything
women
else.
questions is weird. Is weird.
How many
wild.
how many tampons come in a box?
Who was the
Like,
star of Gilmore Girls?
Ooh, I can actually answer
4-pack.
that.
7-day-a-week pack. Could be bad to say.
Greg, pickups.
Pickups for me. I just got some Supreme shirts. I got about 6 hats. I don't know why I keep buying Supreme. I never
Yeah,
wear
what is
any
this,
of it.
2013?
I never wear any of it. Don't do that. You know what? I don't like how people are treating Supreme.
I've never been a Supreme person. I never owned one. I never tried. Like, I don't.
Never.
Who are you, Scott Storch?
It doesn't matter. I don't like.
You don't like how people.
I don't like how people treat Supreme. You know what? Fine, I get it. At that peak of time, it was just like the end all to be all. Supreme was the stuff. But now people like, yo, it's dead. Don't do that. You just ain't got to be all in for it. Don't treat it like it's dead. I'm not talking about you guys who never owned it. I'm talking about people that I've seen who would regularly buy Supreme.
You're just talking about resellers.
Yeah, resellers.
Well, I mean, there's people that wear it too, but I'm just saying they're like, yo, it's dead. And I'm
Still
like,
resellers.
I don't know if people wear it.
damn, man, come on, man.
I saw those.
I hate that too. People be like, yo, every time I look at my timeline, it's all about Supreme. And then cats be like, yo, don't nobody wear Supreme. Fam, somebody's wearing it. Like, people are wearing Supreme.
There's sales on StockX.
They're wearing Supreme.
Did you see those bricks are actually going for money again? Like the
real
They went back
little
up?
bricks? Yeah, like $300.
You gotta buy $1 billion and build a shed. Yeah, I bought some Supreme, bought like 3, 4, 5, 6 hats, something like that. Shoes. I feel like I bought some shoes, but I don't know what.
Didn't you win on something? In sneakers?
Not on sneakers. Fam, I'm gonna tell you today though, bro. That dropped today. Fam.
I was pissed about it.
Really?
The way they did it was.
I mean, what would be another way to do it?
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, no, the fact that stuff was loading and then they didn't actually drop. Like the Cliver's loaded.
Cliver's loaded,
But they
yeah.
never actually dropped to anybody.
Oh, see, I saw like exclusive access for those, and then when I went to go look at it, mine said purchase, so I couldn't. So like, I don't know what anybody else's look like.
Oh, mine said notify me, and it said today at 8 a.m. And then I
okay.
refreshed the app because that's what Soul Links Man said because there's more coming. That one disappeared. Then one of those ambush popped up. And then
pink
that,
one, right?
Yeah.
No, that was already on there. Then the black and white one popped up. Then I did it again. The black and white one went away, and the Concepts turducken popped up. Then that one turned away.
I didn't see any of
and
that.
And then what is it? The Street Hawker ones.
Mm-hmm.
They was refreshing theirs.
Either.
And I was refreshing.
They tweeted all of them.
Yeah. And then they did that like reserve drop thing, and none of those shoes were in there. None of them. That's why I was mad because I was excited because I could get
black
Clyde.
and white dunks. Those are the only things I wanted.
I missed the second drop because I was driving to work.
Yeah.
Well, I caught the second drop with about 2 minutes 30 seconds left. I was doing it fast, going through it. I didn't even get to the bottom one. Was the orange and green one? What's that called? Veneers? Ceramics. I got to that one.
Still need.
Yeah, I got to that one and ran out of time. It literally said, "Sorry, draw's over," and froze. I did for UNLVs. I did for everything. Like I did them all, but like I said, once I got like the first sneaker reserve L's, I was rooting for more. I was like, come on. I was lining them L's up. And then I looked in that section, fam. All them L's in a row is insane. Now, I didn't have high hopes for it because who knows how many they had left or whatever. I will say that pink ambush one, though, like I never could even try for it. It had all of them there, and the price stayed there for a long time, and I kept trying. Wouldn't let me do nothing. It just kept saying sold out no matter what. I think the price is still on there, like or whatever. So didn't get any of those. I feel like I got something shoe wise, but I can't think of what it is.
I thought you posted something in the thread.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I was talking to Mosh this morning. The next colorways of his new one, the joints is fire.
When they drop.
He sent them to me. It's a pre-order, one in May and then a pre-order in June. Fire to me. All right. I'll show y'all later.
When's your other ones coming?
I don't know. It takes like 8 weeks.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't even know what week we're on right now. So, but I'm definitely copping those. Man, and the retro basketball one that Saya is making, them joints is fire.
Oh, the one you posted on?
I don't care what nobody said. Them joints are fire. I don't need ALD if I can get those. Like, them joints is the same thing. Like, it's an 80s basketball sneaker. They all the same. Andrew, what you got?
All right. I'll do the other not here ones first. So I copped... I mean, it's been a while since I've been here, so I tried to think of what everything I got since then. But a lot of these are not ones I've got on, like, drops. It's either aftermarket or go-backs, which is the move for 2021.
Go backs. I mean, it makes it sound like a like retail.
Yeah,
like when you work in retail.
Yeah,
I am.
Like you gotta bring stuff back to the shelf.
Negotiations have restarted for Australians though.
Let's go.
But I missed the window though. Now they're kind of pricey now. So
oh shit,
got them.
We trying to see, man.
All right, so I got Clot Air Max 1s finally. They finally came in.
Wait a minute. You got them from Nike though, right?
No.
Where'd you get those from?
eBay.
Oh, okay.
Good price. It was $185.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
That's not bad.
They're not selling for nothing.
I know.
Like they're not.
They made a lot,
cheap,
which is good.
Is that what it is? They made a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I got those.
Well, they also suck, so that's the other half of it.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeezy
If they didn't
700.
suck, the price would be
Kai
fair.
Knights. Kai Knight.
Oh, you giving those?
I think so. Yeah.
Them is fire.
I got to see. I guess how to see they look on foot because I like the sole's huge, but
Is that the V3?
yeah,
Is that what it is?
I think so.
You don't like those?
I hate those, man.
Them joints are fire. The shape of those is tight to me.
Yeah, I
I
like.
like them.
I just gotta see how they look on foot.
That big doofy ass sole got no boost in it. It's like, what'd you so big for?
Well, that's why it's cheaper than the other ones.
Yawn.
I got Comme des Garçons Chucks, which I wore Saturday,
Oh yeah.
which I've been waiting to get some forever, and I finally did.
Well, freaking Travis wore some like a few days ago, and then they sold out on everything. I was like, you can't be serious, huh? Yeah, I was like, you can't be serious. Like when they posted the pictures, Complex Sneaker, one of them was like, oh yeah, you're in the CDC, and I was like, okay, like whatever, gone. Like they were literally left sight, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. The joints have been sitting.
No, they've been sitting, yeah. Because like I showed him the tapes, and he copped a pair too. Because he got the black ones, I think, as well. But then they dropped those like the gray ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
They're always at Nordstrom's every time I go.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting to get a pair of those for a while, and I saw they released and they were sitting there, so I copped them.
You deserve them. You're a Chucks guy.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Now back to go backs, which you've been talking about for a while. The off-white Kigers, the track-looking ones, fire. Don't do that.
Them joints are fire, and I never thought nothing about them until Blanc wore them.
Yeah,
during
me
that
too.
one
Same thing.
podcast.
Also, Bruce had posted them when he got them. He cut the plastic part
cover
off?
off of them.
Yeah.
Them joints are fire.
They're fire.
I
I don't care
need
what you
those
said.
too.
Yeah.
Them joints is super fire.
I got those below retail on eBay. Shout out to eBay.
What do you
Love
think,
them
George?
joints.
What do you think of those?
So,
They
Of course he does.
absolutely
George doesn't like
suck.
shoes though.
George don't. He has no opinion. What shoes do you like?
Dunks?
Jordan 1 lows, OGs.
He don't even like
One of
dunks.
those.
He ain't like Jordan OGs.
SB dunks with a thin tongue.
Mmm.
He don't like them either.
And Jordan 4s supposedly.
He don't like those. He definitely don't like those.
New Balance 992s.
He don't like them either.
It wore 'em one whole time.
He's gonna make fun of me for buying Vans. He don't like Vans either.
He's got Air Max 1s on.
Got
right
on
now,
rainbow
so-
flip flops. What you got?
I've never seen those Air Max ones before. Those
Yeah.
are fire.
Which ones? What you got on?
They're, I don't know.
What are those?
What are they?
But they're fire.
They're fire though. I don't know what they are though.
What is everybody rocking?
Stussy Hirachis.
I got on
The
Vans
olive Volt 1.
Nintendo collab.
Dang. Top 10 video
of course.
games.
All right, other ones. Go backs. I got the Asics, Concepts, Coca's, the green joints, the regressors.
Oh, I like the box with the
Yep,
money on
with
it.
the special box under retail.
You haven't been back since then? You've had them for a while now.
Well, no, I got those in the beginning of the year, but I haven't been on here since then. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. And then I got the ASIC Gelic 5s 8 balls, which I still need to pick up from Mini World.
Those are fire. They
Yep.
do get dirty incredibly fast.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you
Alright.
I paid for those? $45 on eBay.
Dang. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
And then you clean them with MGK.
Yeah. Took them to Mini Worlds. We'll see how they look.
Clean them up.
Right. So
That
the,
8 ball, you clean 'em.
I don't know what's happening.
I should be an actor.
and then
Look at you.
These are Blancs.
I should.
These
Mortal
are
Kombat
Blancs.
2.
George should be an
Shooting
actor
soon.
too.
These are
I mean, not
Blancs.
George. Rico, you should be an actor one day.
Yeah, imagine that.
These are fire. I don't care what anyone says. I'm
Of
not
course
gonna
these
wear
are
them,
fire.
but those aren't mine. Those are Blancs. But that is butter right there.
I'm going to miss mine when I sell them for
Ah, not when you get that Emmeline Dior.
You're
what's it
probably
called?
right.
I'm a Yes. Ooh, look at these. Ooh, how much is it going for? A lot?
I didn't look.
Nah, I think like,
I think they're going for quite a bit.
nah,
Retail is
like
like
283.
190, right?
George, remember these? Fam, I feel like wearing a pair of these and going to camp out. This is one of the ones that you would see at a camp out that like a lot of people didn't wear, and people would wear their best stuff to the camp out. This was one you would see. Ooh, let me see that.
Those just came in.
Look at these. Ooh, these Raging Bulls is fire. Oh my God.
Better in person.
Something about the silver tongue, the metallic tongue. Don't do that.
The orange.
These joints is fire.
You have too many fruit snacks today.
you
Like,
rip
what's
this
up,
top-
man?
You don't think
good?
this is fire?
Off.
You are over the
I haven't
top
even
on
opened them
everything
yet.
I like
today.
the sole. I do like the sole.
These is crazy.
But yeah, this whole top, that has to come off.
This might be better than the OG.
Because I don't like them as they are right there. But
I don't even remember
Honestly,
what the
I
OG
might
looked
wear them
like.
like this and then rip.
This sole is a little too blue though, but these is fire. Let me see that Maui Wowie. Dang, you got 8 balls and Maui Wowie? Look at that, you smoke it.
he's a drug dealer.
I have no idea how to smoke weed. How you smoke weed? Like that? Ooh, these is crazy. You cutting the color off?
He has to.
You gotta cut the inside one off, maybe.
Well, I was
Maybe the
thinking
toe
about-
box.
I was thinking about like wearing them in stages.
That's a good idea.
Like you ain't wearing these that much.
I could that's all summer, man.
He said skate. You about to skate in stages. These joints is fire. Didn't you get these too? Oh,
Those suck.
you crazy. It match your shirt.
As they are,
You can go straight to Hawaii right now.
they're not good. But
You
once he-
crazy.
yeah.
Yes,
once
he-
this and this,
You could go straight to Fenway and blend in.
Man, Boston hats are the best hats. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got the best side patch.
I don't even know what that means.
The best side patch.
I was just in Boston. I ate outside of Fenway.
When?
Like
Got
last week.
stuck there.
You just
Every,
be anywhere.
I mean, what do you mean when? Every week he's somewhere.
Yeah. Going to Memphis this week?
Damn, bring it back some barbecue.
I might.
Go to
I will
Graceland.
And that's all my
I
pickups.
also will not.
These is fire.
I don't think I'll have time to go to
This
Graceland
yellow
might be
soul,
closed because of COVID.
fire.
Soul's dope.
true. I don't think I'll have
Cream
time to go.
soul.
I went there when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15.
Was it
something like
fire?
that. I mean, it's definitely part of history, so it's cool. But I mean, I don't know, it's fire.
Fire going.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna-
got the pocket too.
It was fire
I
for
didn't
my
know that.
mom, I'm sure.
I might only have time to
look
like
at the Velcro
walk around on Beale
pocket.
Street. Like that's about it.
Nothing in it. Look at that.
I mean,
Oh, stash pocket?
They didn't put
Listen,
some Maui Wowie in there?
Maui Wowie.
Graceland is an experience, so it's definitely worth going to. But fire is, I mean, I wouldn't describe it as fire.
Like
Like, it's,
doubt
yeah,
if
it's
it's
like,
worth going to at 12. going to Graceland at 12, I would have been like, man, take me to Disneyland. This is fire. No? This is a beauty.
I'm with it.
That's a beaut. All right.
Stash pocket.
Butte.
Dang.
Beaut.
These is fire too. These is fire. Look at that. You gotta touch that. Look at that.
I mean, they don't suck. What do you expect me to say? I mean, yeah, it's a good shoe.
George.
Just
black jeans.
Jordan 5s are for nobody.
You gotta get the Soldier Boy outfit.
And you
Jordan-
gotta wear a black and red plaid shirt.
Jordan 5s are for one person and one person only. Michael Jordan. That's
Nope.
it. That's it.
PJ Tucker.
Nah, you smoke it. Yeah, PJ Tucker, Sean Marion.
There ain't nothing.
Don.
There ain't nothing for PJ Tucker.
Yeah, the
bro.
tattoo.
Shout out to Don.
PJ Tucker, if he really want to shake it up, he should play in Yeezy foam runners.
He ain't gonna do any work. So.
Oh, I'm trying to think what a foam runner is.
That's true.
Shake it up.
Yeezy foam runners.
I mean,
would be
Nick Young
fun,
played in the
you know?
750s, which
That's true.
how did he not break his ankle?
No, Gilbert Arenas is the ultimate weirdo, but if he want to shake it up, he should
Shake
play
it
in
up.
Foam runners.
What come out this week? Somebody wants to do it. Anybody. What's the releases?
Not me.
LeBron 8
Somebody
hardwood
else can do
classic.
it because I'm trying to win something right now.
You really want the LeBron?
It's a blue and orange shoe. Why would I not
talk
want it?
about it?
Gotta talk about what?
I mean, it's never released to the public, so
I mean, I guess you should want it because
a blue
you're
and orange
Knicks,
shoe.
You're a Knicks and a Mets fan.
I absolutely want it.
Would you rather have that over the Yeezy, the new Wave Runner, whatever it is, 700, 7?
Oh,
Mets color.
There's a Mets colorway Yeezy coming out?
No, it already
fam,
came
it
out.
came out. That blue, bright blue with the orange sole.
Like the Wave Runner song.
Oh, the Wave Runner. Yeah. You want that?
Well, I said, which one would you
Well, I
rather
mean-
have?
Oh, the Wave Runner. It's wearable. It's
Yeah.
more wearable. And actually, there's a blue
I
and there's
wear
a, there's a
everything.
Mets
I don't
color Reebok
care.
Legacy that's better than all of them. Because I like that hardwood classic LeBron 8. I mean, clearly it's a classic one that nobody could get their hands on when it first came out, but they suck. Like, I mean, they don't suck.
I
They're
don't know if
just
they
way
suck.
too
Yeah,
big.
they're way too big.
Nah, they don't
Them
suck.
joints are way too
They're
big.
made for LeBron.
I'm going to make an exception and probably try to get South Beach 8s, but I really don't know what I would wear either one with. I'm not wearing Knicks clothes. I'm not wearing Mets clothes. I'm not wearing anything orange and blue like that.
Well,
I'm also not wearing Miami colors either, so I really don't know what I'm going to do with a South Beach
Well,
myself.
then try for 10 in the hardwood classic since I will not be in town.
I got you then, B.
Appreciate you. Jordan 4 University Blue.
Fire. Pricey though. 200. Yeesh.
They're doing 200 for 4s now?
200. Boy, they out here. I got a feeling Lightnings might be 750. Them Lightnings might be expensive.
I still
What
don't
else?
think they're coming out.
Air
Yeah.
Until they get loaded on sneakers, I'm not
Air Force One, St. Patty's Day.
Nope.
Those are
Shamrock.
okay.
Don said
they're
them
too
is
late.
super fire. St. Patrick's Day is passed already.
Sakai Vapor Waffles.
You want those,
Iris
right?
and that
I
sesame
want the
blue.
sun's color, yes.
That sun's color. The blue swoosh on top of the other swoosh ruins it. I hate that dark swoosh on top of the. Is it orange?
It's orange.
I don't like that one. It should have been the orange on top of the dark one. Then maybe it would have been alright.
Especially, I mean, the other color's fire too.
I think the khaki ones are alright. Once you get them anyways and put them on foot, you'll be like, oh yeah, no.
What,
and I like the shoe a lot.
Those are 180 retail?
That's it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought they'd be at least 200. I mean,
For Sakai, there's no technology.
I mean, they got double
What's a
sole.
Sakai?
They got double sole.
Yes.
They got comfort.
Zions.
Nah.
Look, that's. Let me tell you something.
Gent
Now,
Zion is what
I
it's
don't
called.
think the Zions are bad, but that Zion commercial made me feel like, ooh, I like it. It made you feel a little nostalgic seeing a Jordan brand commercial, and the focal point was the shoe. Like, I remember like when Jordan commercials came out, you would try to get a glimpse of the shoe. You know, like a glimpse, like, you know, the commercial had like Zion talking about his character, basketball for the community, all this stuff. Showed his personality, and then it had the shoe like this, boom, and spinning, showed the shoe. And the commercial was all white, black and white. The background was all white, had the hoop he was dunking, and it was like to dunk or do a windmill. Like, it was like these options. Like, it was a dope commercial. I liked it a lot. Am I gonna buy him? No. We talked about it at the dinner. But it made me like the shoe a lot more, and it made me appreciate the little rollout for his shoe. Like, I'm glad to see a Jordan sneaker commercial again. The last one I can remember seeing was Westbrook's, when Westbrook first went to Jordan brand, and he didn't have a sneaker yet, but he was wearing just whatever the Jordan model was or
They
whatever.
didn't even do one for Luca or anything.
There's no Jordan. Well, they might be coming eventually, but like I don't remember a Jordan brand Jason Tatum like commercial or anything like that. Like having a commercial like that, I think is dope. Like it brings back at least some type of feeling of like Jordan Brand sneakers or whatever. So, what else you got?
How do you feel about your shtick being stolen
It's not a stick.
by a biter? It's definitely a shtick.
I believe it.
What, that doesn't matter. There's plenty of shticks out there that are believed by the person who's doing
A
it.
stick means like an act, like a performance type thing.
No, that's not what it means. A shtick just means you continuously put on something. Yeah, you continue to do it regardless of like what other people think or like you're trying to make a show out of it.
I believe it.
Doesn't mean it's not a shtick.
Until he gets out of, first of all, Pelican. First of all, Cousteau, man, I got nothing against him. Like I said, I watched this video for the first time ever doing the shoe you put your foot in and it closes itself. Fly ease. Oh, okay. I can see why people like him. Like he's just regular. Like he's not saying nothing bad, not saying nothing good or whatever. But if anybody wants to talk about Jordan Brand curses and stuff like that, that started with the Sneak This podcast. Period. And that's facts. People still message me like, yo, is he cursed? They be like, oh, Stephon Diggs signed with Jordan Brand. Is he cursed? I said, no, football doesn't count. Football probably win a Super Bowl next year. Jordan Brand athletes in football.
You said they're going to miss playoffs.
Oh, they are. And we doing that too after the draft.
You know, the Super Bowl, he missed the playoffs.
Oh yeah, the draft. I should have worn Jets.
Nah, after next week.
The Zach Wilson era begins.
Y'all might want to come back next week too. Huh?
The Zach Wilson era begins.
Okay.
For us.
I'll probably draft Trey Lance or somebody. What's that name?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, y'all draft somebody weird.
Releases Air Jordan 35 All-Star.
What's that?
Why is there...
The gray one?
Yeah.
Oh, the gray one's fire. But I'm not
why is it
paying full price.
releasing so late?
I don't like that stupid hole in the middle of the fucking shoe.
Man, that's technology.
Got the
called
LeBron
airflow.
18 low, LeBron old Palmer.
Air Force
Oh, that
One
one's
low
alright.
Acorn. That is $540 right now. What the?
It's brown. Huh? I got nothing for you. What else come out?
Air Force One low Raiders B. You get ready for the
Raiders
season.
one. You should cop that.
You George.
I saw that
Let's
Raiders
go.
one, and I was like,
Oh.
Raiders Air Force One. I was like, Mr. Cartoon must have made the.
George is ready.
If y'all think I'm out here spending shekels on the Las Vegas Raiders,
We should go to Las Vegas for a Raiders game.
sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
Fam, that is the most expensive stadium
Yeah.
in the history of
Wait to pay
sports.
$1,000 to sit outside the stadium.
Yeah, pretty much. The seats when the Vegas Knights opened, and granted it's a smaller arena, but you know fewer people in, but it's also a way less popular sport. The seats at the very last row of the stadium were $650 for their opening night game. So would this
Sounds like bad
would
money.
this Raider season be cheaper if the pandemic didn't happen? Yeah, but since the pandemic happened, it's their inaugural season.
The Raiders
basically.
stink. Oh,
Fam, it's Las Vegas.
It doesn't matter.
So you going or no?
Well, you spent $1,000 on cowboy tickets, and they're terrible.
I used to,
So,
but I'm
I
not
mean,
anymore.
I'm not surprised by that. But no, I'm not
Terrible.
I am not. Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
We're Rocky.
They're pretty
If anyone
terrible.
has a connection
they're
for Raiders
not,
tickets, hit up George.
yeah,
Rocky.
They're not.
I don't think George wants to see the team live.
They're not.
go to Vegas
what
and go to the
example I
game
want to
if it was
use
paid
here?
for.
Like,
Rocky.
I would, and I don't even like that.
they're not the
You would? I still wouldn't.
Jacksonville
They
Jaguars.
They gotta play the
I
Jets.
mean, they're not.
We're Rocky.
They ain't good.
I'd
We
go to
almost won the
game.
division last year.
Fam, your team was like 2, 3, 4, 7
balls.
games under 500. So I mean,
We
it was the
almost won the
worst
division.
division. It was the worst division in NFL history.
It is.
We almost won the division. That's all that matters.
NFC West.
Worst division in NFL.
35
one-
other teams, and there aren't even
2011.
35 teams in the NFL would have won that
We
division.
almost won
The 7-9
division.
Seahawks that won the division.
Yeah, what was? There was
Weren't
like
the-
2 and 12 teams there.
Wait,
What else come
West
out?
had a team under 500 win the division? That's not right.
That's not true.
Yeah.
The Seahawks did not win the
Beastquake.
division.
That
at
was
nice and
Beastquake.
seven.
Oh,
They
you're
were
going back
7-9.
like 10 years. I think about last year.
Oh, I was talking about
no.
last year. I was like, what?
My bad.
10 years.
Someone said worst division ever.
Yeah,
so I was
they
like,
had
Marshawn Lynch is
Hasselback and
the greatest athlete slash celebrity slash human of all time, period. And if you disagree, come get these fists.
Red Flints.
I know you don't disagree, so.
Flint 13s. Oh, I think that's a European release.
No, it's
they're
on
coming out here.
sneakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like them a lot, but I ain't
No,
copping.
no, you don't.
The blues are better.
No one likes those.
Who
Not
doesn't
even-
like those?
Not even designer of Jordan 13 likes those.
Oh my gosh. What else come out?
You
Jordan
skipped
Delta
one.
2.
Them is okay.
You know who needs a
picture-wise.
Jordan curse? You. That's who needs a Jordan curse.
Nah.
You need to be cursed not to like trash.
I need
Another Braun 18 ACG.
Those Biotech ones, I probably should have bought them. Those are fire.
Biotech?
Yeah, those are LeBron 18 low Biotechs.
What are those?
Los got them, and they are fire.
Los buys a lot of stuff, too.
You right.
How tall is Los? He's pretty tall.
He's
ain't
very
he?
tall, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's all y'all too.
Oh, yeah, them
But
are died.
everybody, all of them are tall.
Them are
Soulful
died.
Mike's tall. Basquiat Man's tall. And no, it's not just 'cause I'm
Everybody's tall to
short.
you.
Don't do that. All right.
I mean,
Good lord.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
All
There's
right.
tall and taller.
There we go.
There's Airfoam Posit 1. Barely green.
Phone
Nope.
posits?
Yep.
Full positives are starting off on the wrong foot.
They released in the wrong
Sounds like
colors.
nothing important's coming out.
It doesn't seem like
Well,
it.
University
Yeah.
4s are coming out. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, you
I did. That was the first one I said.
I mean,
Very
that's,
first
That's
thing.
fairly important.
On next Tuesday, the
And I'm on
Jordan
MANIERE
1,
Wednesday.
And that's
whatever those
the
are,
most important
metallic,
shoe of the year.
Rush
so.
Shadows.
Shoe of the year, and
Next
it's not
Tuesday.
close.
And Super Nachos
yeah.
are
I
coming
thought those were
out tonight
patinas.
to my house.
Rush
I
Those suck.
What's Super Nachos? What are you talking about?
Tradition.
I forgot. There was something else coming out. I forgot. Oh, you know what I
Somebody
haven't
had
seen?
posted on YouTube. I hope George got his Super Nachos.
I've only seen one Jordan 3 on foot that looked alright, and it was Ruby. With those big gigantic pants she was wearing. That's the only on foot pick I've seen of the MANIERE 3s that I thought were fire.
That's
And
the only
I
one
was
I've
gonna be wearing
seen.
them. And
Yeah,
I think,
it's the only on-foot
and you know
pick
what?
I've seen.
Oh, that's the only pick you've seen on
Yeah.
foot?
Yeah.
But
I've seen a few
I don't
on
follow
foot.
thousands of accounts, so.
And they,
So what are you trying to say? They suck?
well, they definitely look like girl shoes. Like,
No, it's a neutral shoe on purpose. That's what they
it's
said.
neutral, but I've seen them on a few women. I've seen them on a few guys. I haven't seen them on any guy. Now, it could be they just don't know what they're doing, that I thought these look fire. But I've seen them on like a good 3-4 girls. I thought, oh, these look good. They looked like a girl shoe. Has me a little concerned. Curtis and Tay, we talk about this more too. They were like, we haven't seen a fire on foot. But I haven't seen a guy on foot
Have
yet.
you seen someone over 6'5" with them on? Because that's the only people who should be wearing them. People under 5'6" and 6'5".
I mean,
I need them more than anything in the world.
I want them a lot.
If you were a size 8 or smaller,
perfect
or
with
you
your
6'5"
outfit
or
right now.
taller, those are the only people who should own them.
Nah,
They
they
stand
look
out.
too muted.
No, they're
I
not.
don't know.
You're wearing all dark colors, and you have a white with gray and brown on it.
Fam, my bathroom's being remodeled, so like I'm just grabbing anything out the closet. It is the most dust ever in there. This bathroom is gonna be a disaster. My wife is way too indecisive, so like they're ready to go. They're like this, but like we haven't even chose the design yet. Like we have to like pick like where the shower is gonna go and
Shouldn't you do that before you demo?
You would
vanity.
think since she's a
We
realtor, that
were.
she
We were
would
trying.
know,
Yeah,
like,
but she really
how
wants to
shit
be.
looks.
No, she wants it to be not as traditional as a lot of the houses she looks at. She wants it to be very unique and look a certain way. We have a bunch of shower heads.
You could send them to my
Or a
house
couple
to do
shower
the
heads.
garage and them interim.
No, you don't want a garage.
Yeah,
if you wanted a
sports car
garage,
garage.
you would have said, "Hey, Rocio, can you send your people
Oh,
over?" And they
no.
would have called and came over.
I need a garage.
Oh,
There's
no.
no doubt about that.
No, I said you don't want
Oh no.
a garage.
Oh no, I need a garage.
You need a garage. You don't want a garage.
Oh no, I need a garage.
Oh, I know that. You need one. You don't want one. Huh?
Oh no, I need a
You should be
garage.
camping out at contractors' buildings for garages instead of cars. Huh? Y'all here? You should be at the door waiting until they unlock the door and go inside and ask, can they do a garage?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing right now? Mortal Kombat review real quick?
Yes.
Or do y'all want to do Hall of Flames
You seen
real
it,
quick or
George?
something?
I
Who
I
wants to
fell-
go
I fell
first?
Asleep, but I think it was only for like a couple minutes.
Wait, for what? For Hall of Flames?
No, for Mortal Kombat review. Who wants to go first? Or you want me to go first? I got a lot to say. Not a lot, but I got stuff to say.
Go ahead.
Mortal Kombat, whatever it is, Mortal Kombat 1, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not even joking. No. It doesn't even compare to the first Mortal Kombat ever made. That first Mortal Kombat, one of the cult.
No, it's not. It's not a good movie.
This Mortal Kombat was so whack, it's not even funny. The casting was bad. The story is bad. The
Dialogue.
No. 'Cause half the casting was bad.
No.
Half the casting was really good.
only one person cast. Actually, you know what? I'll
No,
go.
there's a
Yeah,
few.
three.
There's a
three
few.
people.
Half the people
Scorpion,
you can't see their face and everything.
Scorpion,
doesn't matter.
fine. Sub-Zero,
No,
fine.
that-
Kano, perfect.
The actor they chose to play Scorpion and the man at the beginning, whatever is Hasashi or whatever is, was
the same
perfect
guy.
casting.
Doesn't
Kung
matter.
Lao was
No,
really
it
good
doesn't.
too.
Yes, it was.
You can't Kung Lao was good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he was corny.
Kung Lao was one of the best parts of the movie.
Huh?
All right.
Some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
Fam.
That movie was horrific.
Look, man.
Fam.
Kano was good
Sub-Zero,
casting.
If you want to argue,
Kano was great.
I like the people that played Kano and Sub-Zero from other things. They didn't say enough or do enough for me to be like, perfect casting.
You say Kano.
I'm sorry. No, Kano was perfect.
Kano spoke the most.
Kano was perfect.
But he's a nerd. He had no business playing that role.
Kano did a phenomenal
That
job.
man is a nerd.
The best casting
He's a
person,
comedian and a nerd. Like, he had no business playing that.
The most
It's not believable
He
at
fucking
all.
killed it. What?
He did a freaking
Wasn't
good job.
believable. He was
at Kano.
awesome.
You haven't seen him in anything else. That's why.
I'm quite sure I have. I mean, what's he been in?
The main show that he was in was the show with Don Cheadle on HBO, where he was complete nerd and like office nerd.
Come on, Liar? Whatever it's called? The Good Liar? What's it called? Well, they were a marketing agency?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that's called. I watched that every single season.
So if you didn't remember he was in that, then
I mean,
it's like when you called what's the name from The Office can't play G.I. Joe Man.
And he did a phenomenal job at playing G.I. Joe Man. And Office Man and Don Cheadle Showtime show did a good job playing
I'm
Kano.
gonna say he's not believable in that role.
I believe he's not right to me.
That's because you weren't paying attention to what he was doing before.
I mean,
It's the same thing you said about Jim from The Office being a G.I. Joe Man.
no, you're saying that because you're thinking of him in that way. I didn't remember
Yes,
it, but
exactly.
like even knowing that, I'm still like, he did a good job at Kano. Like, I mean, Kano was the best in the whole movie.
Again, that's fine. He's not believable in that role because of what he did before that.
I believed
Period.
him.
Yeah, I believe him too.
Because
that was great.
because you didn't pay attention to what he had done before. That's the point I'm making.
I watched every episode. I love that show.
So if you don't, if you didn't notice how much of a nerd he was, then you weren't paying attention like I was. That's the point I'm making.
Hey man, did a good job playing
I
Kano.
feel like that just makes him a good actor.
I
If
thought
he
he
was
was a
so
good
much
actor,
of a
then if he
nerd
did
that
that one,
he was
in that
unbelievable
movie-
doing something else,
he's
then
not
that kind of makes him a good
I'm not
actor.
talking about doing the acting. He's not believable in a role where he's fighting and doing karate at all. It's like Queen Latifah being
He barely
CIA.
fought.
He barely
Not
fought,
believable at
so
all.
it didn't
He had to
matter.
fight.
Barely fought. Man, did y'all watch the same movie I did?
I'm sorry, Kano.
Did you fall asleep?
He was in like 2 or 3
What's
fights in the
happening?
movie.
No, he was
But
in
he
like
usually uses-
partial
He
faults.
fought a lizard. He fought the girl 3 times or 2 or 3 times.
He swung at an invisible lizard.
Yeah.
And then he ripped the heart out.
Are you talking about doing like fighting only means like doing a 10-minute karate scene, or does fighting mean anytime you're doing hand-to-hand combat? Because fighting
I
anytime
believed his hand swings. Like, I mean, he just swung at an invisible. He swung at nothing. Hey, what are you talking about? And then the one other fight scene, he challenged Sonya. He didn't even punch her. She kicked his butt. Lost.
Because he was just eye lasering everything.
And then
Yeah.
the next scene he fought, he didn't actually fight. Liu Kang foot swept him.
Dude,
faked, foot swept him again.
that was fire.
Incredible!
That was fire.
That was amazing.
Because that's from the video game. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't know how to do anything, you just foot sweep everyone.
Fam.
That's a good callback.
So was he in fights or he wasn't in fights?
it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
he fought an invisible person. He got beat up, and then he got foot swept. If you want to call them fights, I don't
I mean,
care.
literally, the movie's about fighting. They're the
That's
greatest
the
That's
point.
what
fighters.
the movie's about.
The greatest fighters in the
It's
world.
about a
That's the
tournament
whole
that
point.
never happened in the movie.
No.
Damn, they all scrapped. Okay, I hear a lot of people being hung up on this whole they didn't actually have the tournament thing.
no, that's just
so
I don't
care
y'all
about
wanted
the
people
tournament.
to sign up, and then he'd be like, okay, well, first up on the docket we have
That's not
Liu
the point.
Kang versus this guy.
No.
Oh, okay.
The movie was scattered. The plot was terrible. Hardly the main
Nothing
character
made
isn't even from the
sense.
video game.
Y'all had
He's just random
some-
dude. Hey,
I'll say
hold on,
this.
hold
No,
on.
no.
The main character, literally the first scene you see him fighting is like, oh, he used to be good, but he sucks. And then like all of a sudden he goes and has like a week to train. Now he's like the best fighter ever and can do anything.
There are 2 things that right off the bat, before even watching the movie, you know the movie's going to be whack. When I put HBO Max on and I saw it was 1 hour and 47 minutes. 1 hour and 47 minutes, a movie about people with special abilities, you have no intentions. And
No
just from the
backstories.
trailer, you could tell there was at least 8 characters in it. There were 15 total Mortal Kombat people in that. And the movie's 1 hour, 40 minutes? How? How are you going to do
Facts.
that? Can somebody tell? First of all, we've all played Mortal Kombat for our lives. I play Mortal Kombat longer than anybody. I take vacation days to play Mortal Kombat, okay? Does anybody in here know from the video game why Sub-Zero can shoot ice? Does anybody? I would have thought a movie would have told me. The problem with this is that You have to You have to.
Who cares?
No. Who cares? Because it's not a video game. It's a movie, and I'm surprised you saying that because you made a big deal about the building of characters in Tenet. I don't need to know the building of characters in a movie like Tenet. If it says he's the director of the CIA, what do I need to know his character for? And I haven't seen Tenet yet, but I'm just saying, what do I need to know his character for? If a man come through shooting ice out of his hand, yo, how he do that? Let me tell you something. All Marvel movies, now maybe my over expectation of it was a little high. It was a little high. The movie should have been a cross between The Walking Dead, Marvel, and Fast and Furious. Outlandish, but freaking done phenomenal. If you're watching this movie, when you create a movie, I had never read an Iron Man comic book in my entire life. The only way I knew Iron Man was Tony Stark was from Ghostface Killer. That was it. I didn't know nothing. But that Iron Man 1 taught me an awful lot.
Exactly.
Taught me a lot. If you're watching this with your girlfriend, wives, new kid, anybody, Cortez got introduced to Mortal Kombat at Mortal Kombat 10. They're at 11 right now. He was asking me questions. Why can't he take souls? Why can't he do this? Because when you buy a video game, you don't question something that's built for the imagination of somebody playing video games. If somebody says, your power is to fight him and I shoot ice, you shoot fire, you don't ever be playing a video game and be like, wait a minute, why does he do that? You create a movie, you got an Iceman and a Fireman and stuff. Fam, the most popular character of the entire game spent 90% of the movie in hell. He got killed the first 8 minutes and spent the entire time in hell, then came back the last 10 minutes of the movie to fight in a frozen MMA studio. Huh? It doesn't make any sense. Melina was the most interesting person in the movie. Why does she look like that? Can we get something? The movie only needed 4 characters, 4 stories. It needed Rain, Shang Tsung, and it needed to build these teams. Outworld, Netherrealm, and Earthrealm. That's all you needed. The one thing about Infinity War with Marvel was so phenomenal was how many scenes they were in that movie. They started out in New York. They went to Wakanda. They went to where Thanos lived. They were on a spaceship to where he beat up Hulk. They were in so many places. They couldn't even get that right in this movie. Fam, Goro is one of the most polarizing people in the movie, and he fought at the local Cole Young farm.
And guess what? He looked like fucking Hulk.
And he died!
By some scrub who can't even beat someone in an MMA fight. You
have a video game franchise that has over close to 50 to 60 players, and you still needed to create a new one? Why do we need a new man for a franchise that has 50, 60 people already? It made no sense.
And I'm glad you said Marvel, because you know why the DC franchise is so out there? Because they tried to be Marvel too quick. Start Mortal Kombat with Sub-Zero movie. Scorpion movie.
And fam, all you need is...
What are you talking about? You're the movie person here, and you're literally standing for a fucking trash movie.
It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen before. I'm not even joking. It made no sense. Kung Lao comes out of nowhere. Kung Lao. And why you got a sharp hat? Why you jump out the ground? How did you do that? And then somehow it was like, you must find your chi. Raiden protected them from the bad guys with a thunder wall. No! Wall. And the bad guys are like, that wall. What do we do now? Huh? And they were just like, well, we must train extremely fast. We must train. Then they started bagging on Kano for him and his laser eye to come out. They started being mean to him. They bullied him. You're worthless. You're bad. I'm not. No, I'm not. And he shot a can or a laser or whatever. Huh? It made no sense. Every time Liu Kang talked, well, you must understand when I come through.
That was so.
I was like, terrible. Can you just talk? Every time he said a word. I was like, you can talk? And where did you come from? He just came walking through the desert. Liu Kang. And then he shot me with a fireball. Kano was like, yo, he got shot with a fireball.
Listen, they didn't even say half the names the whole movie. You had to know from playing the game. Like, when Goro came, he just walked up in the shadow and was like, oh, I'm glad you came. And then showed up to fight at the farm.
He said, Prince Goro, God glad Shao Kahn's blood is here. Whatever. I'm just like, huh? Cabal looks like the most interesting looking character, and his voice sounds like a substitute teacher.
They didn't know his name. We didn't know his name until if you didn't know who he was, you wouldn't have known that till halfway through the
Cabal
movie.
They used reverse psychology to get the upper hand on the good guys. Cabal went to Kano and was like, yo, so you follow directions now, don't you? No, I don't. Oh, really? Because I work with Shang Tsung, not for him. What do you want me to do? Reverse psychology turned the tables in the movie. They killed a fam. Jax out there had chicken bones as arms, and his magic powers came, and they turned buff. I don't understand. I don't get it. The movie was so bad, and Sub-Zero died. Sub-Zero needs to be on for about. You got to make about 11 of these movies, all right? 15.
He's signed on for 4.
Fam.
So
what on
he's
earth are they
absolutely
going
to be back.
He better be back.
They're all going to be back.
Fam, the movie was horrendous and it was embarrassing. I could write a better movie like that. Fam, I was so mad. I thought about just getting a pen and paper and started writing. I'm not even joking. I could have wrote a way better movie than that. Some of the characters are so important. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. You don't need to follow the video game when you're making a video game like this. Mortal Kombat throughout the history has had one of the worst storylines in video game history. It made no sense. Their thing was make super cool characters, then like fit them into a mode. In Mortal Kombat 11 right now, the bad guy controls time and the world. She was never, huh? You mean to tell me all these? Mortal Kombat's been out a decades. And there's a time person that control, no. And she knows Scorpion and them, no. You can't do that. You have to make up a new story. It doesn't matter about the video game. If you made that movie for video game nerds to watch it, then you have no chance of being successful as a franchise. None whatsoever.
That's why they're lucky it was on HBO
You have
Max.
none to be successful. Because if Rocio's interested in Marvel, she don't know nothing about that. She wants to see the new Marvel, Spider-Man and all that stuff. She likes it. It's interesting because she learned and grew with it. You can't grow with this. That movie sucked. Why can't he take souls? Anybody? Why does he ride lightning? Why was Rain's eyes glowing the entire time? I was like, he was like this. No. Kano got shot with a fireball immediately on sight, and he got shot with lightning immediately on sight by Raiden. I go, what is this? The movie was trash. Worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Top 10 worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even joking.
Fight scenes weren't even that good. I mean,
They weren't.
there's some, but like
people on Twitter were like, yo, the most blood I've ever seen in my life. Huh?
No.
I've seen more blood on A&E zombie show. Walking Dead. What are you talking about? Most blood I've ever seen. I was waiting for some blood.
for that to be rated R was.
They were so corny.
I was waiting for someone to pull out someone's spine. The entire freaking movie.
They were so corny. Even when blood was splattered on them, I didn't
I had
believe
a problem with.
Huh?
That was one of the things I had a problem with.
They did 2 fatalities.
And he said, "That's a fatality."
Oh my God! He said Kano wins when he took that heart out of the invisible lizard. So you mean to tell me Reptile's dead? That's it? No Reptile? That's it?
He's coming back. They're all coming back.
What's the point then?
But why? We don't.
You could have used this to build the movie versus just killing them. In the movie, spoiler alert, we didn't say that beforehand. You can fast forward it. Kung Lao's dead. Sub-Zero's dead. As of right now, Sub-Zero, Kano, Kung Lao, Reptile,
Prince
Melina,
Goro.
All coming back.
15 characters was
They
in
all
this
got
one movie.
sucked into the dust at the very end of the movie.
Fam, that movie can suck my dust. All right, that movie sucked. All right, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. HBO Max started out really high. It was going like this, because King Kong, Godzilla was whack too.
They didn't make that.
It was more entertaining. King Kong Godzilla was way more
Nothing
entertaining.
to do with HBO Max.
It has nothing to do with HBO
Those are
Max.
tier
It doesn't,
movies.
but the anticipation of
The
HBO
movie
Max
is not
movies,
one of the wackest movies ever.
It is.
Like I said, is way too corny, and they did way too much jumping around where they would be like one place, and then all of a sudden they're somewhere else, and there was no transition.
I agree.
All of a sudden they're like in one place, and then 2 people fighting somewhere else with no transition. So it was bad, but it wasn't the worst movie anyone's ever seen.
worst
Thank
movie
you.
I've ever seen.
No, not even close.
You can't
Y'all-
have Sub-Zero come to Earth and then that's it. Fam, a man just turned snow and ice and shot everybody. No, I'm like, well, that's it. Cole Young, take the car. And Jax goes in and loses his arms. And who went and got Jax? I saw him. That's the best part of the movie when he got the arm kicked out. He got kicked down that hill.
So the opening scene was fire in terms of the fight, but it made no sense that Scorpion was Japanese and Sub-Zero was Chinese. No one has ever made any mention of that.
That was what was
Makes no
crazy
sense.
too. Which one was Japanese and which one was Chinese? Because at one point Sub-Zero spoke Chinese and Japanese, and then Scorpion said, "I don't know your words."
I don't know what you're saying.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
"Huh?" And then when
Scorpion was
and let me tell you
Japanese.
something. Their names should have never been spoken in English. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, never. It should have stayed in Japanese or Chinese because Mortal Kombat names and stuff are ridiculous. They're dumb. Sub-Zero, like you're a Japanese fighter that throws snow. Sub-Zero, cool. Whatever in Japanese or Chinese Sub-Zero is, that's how it should have been referred, subtitles. Eventually down the road, you bring the name in. He comes up to Shang Tsung sitting on a throne in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, oh, where's your castle? Why are you just sitting on a throne in the outworld? Sitting on a throne, he walks up. Go get him, Bihan. I'm no longer Bihan. Sub-Zero. If I was Shang Tsung, I would have been like, huh? What happened? Why? Okay, go ahead. It made no sense. It made no sense whatsoever. The movie was trash. I couldn't believe it. I watched the extras after the movie, and the extras was like, oh, we wanted it to be authentic. Like, we wanted emotion. Emotion? What was the emotion? I mean, how did those two survive? The girl and they were frozen in the MMA studio. The entire studio was covered in ice.
Bam! He just started punching it.
Like Walt Disney.
He started punching it with his knives. Like, what if he just like sliced through and just cut them in half? Like, oh, there's your wife's dead.
Fam, the entire place was frozen, and then at the very end of the movie, he's back in the locker room and it's unfrozen. And he's like, I'm going to Hollywood. And they show a Johnny Cage poster. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
The reason
I could write a better one. I want to write one. I want to be a part of it.
All right, relax. The reason they did that is because Johnny Cage was supposed to originally be the main character in the whole thing.
He should have been.
Technically, he probably should have been.
No, I don't mean the movie. I mean the developers of the video game. Johnny Cage was based on Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, yeah. I know that originally. I'm talking about the movie itself. I don't know anything about him in movie-wise, like what their direction was. I mean, either way, but by you saying that even makes it even more ridiculous. The video game franchise has over 70 characters. Or including the original, additional. Why do you need to create Cole Young? I mean, do you not have enough? Like, we could use Johnny Cage, but we'll create
every time they kept saying that, I was like, when they came, I was like, who is this?
Okay.
I kept trying to figure it out.
I kept trying to figure out the entire trailer. Like, oh, maybe it's like, I started thinking of like the Easter eggs in the actual video game. Like
I thought Scorpion maybe like was trying to like evolve into something.
The movie was horrendous.
That was the biggest. Cole Young not becoming Scorpion was one of the biggest missed opportunities.
That's what was going to happen. But then he just came back.
We thought it was going to happen from the very beginning, and then he did not.
He didn't need to be Scorpion.
Look, man.
He didn't need to be in the movie.
I'll say this.
Fam, they killed Goro at the local Cole Young farm. Goro came out of a barn and died. They fought Goro. Goro is one of the most iconic characters in the franchise, and he died at the Cole Young farm. Huh? Sub-Zero was at the front door of the house and took the girl and the mom. She walked by, packing a bag, and Sub-Zero at the front door like this. This man freezes buildings and he's at the front door like, man, we ring the doorbell? What is this? That movie sucked. That movie was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I have taken weeks off of work to play Mortal Kombat. I am a Mortal Kombat fan and fanatic. I play. I do combos. I know fatality. I do all of it by memory. You play whatever, Secret Lands of Eggs or whatever. I play Mortal Kombat, all right? Don't look at me like that. You ask me at the restaurant, do you play the game? Fam, do I play the game? Fam, it's the only game I actually buy stuff in the PlayStation Store. I buy costumes. My fighter is out of control, B. Mortal Kombat movie. That movie sucked. It was a disgrace. I'm in Paris.
Y'all had the loftiest expectations.
I had zero expectations. I didn't have
Fam, that trailer was fire. That movie sucked.
Fam.
That trailer was fire.
You go in.
Wouldn't even know combat.
Look, man, it's hand to hand combat.
Fam, the hand to hand combat.
Listen, it's hand to hand combat for the fate of Earthrealm. It's like you said.
You have to explain stuff like that.
It's like you said. She did. She had a big board where she literally.
You can't just start talking about realms.
She had the exposition blocked down. She had the big board with all the maps, all the things pointing here and there. No. Yes.
No.
She had exposition through the whole movie, fam.
Why were they poor?
Look, man.
Why was Sonya and Johnny and Jax poor? Why they live in a trailer? They're special forces. They should have a base.
All right.
Them cats live in a trailer.
Do you see how in Snyder Cut?
And reverse psychology was used on Kano twice.
Yep.
They asked Kano. She said, Kano, I'll give you $3 million if you help us. And Kano said, okay. And he fell for it. Then, in order to get through to the bad guys, Cabal used reverse psychology and
on
said,
him again.
You're a follower now.
He's a weak mind, don't.
This is one of the worst movies ever. That movie sucked.
Do you see how like Snyder went back and made exposition for like the dark side scenes and it made it fire where the war between the humans and the gods and everything? Fired. A little bit of that.
It's like
would have gone a long way.
Fam, why in every Rome the population was like 6? On Earth, it seemed like only Cole Young and his wife and kid lived on Earth. In Outworld, it only seemed like Sub-Zero, Natoro, and Shang Tsung lived there. In Netherrealm, only Scorpion was in hell. Scorpion is the greatest person of all time, and he's in hell the entire movie. All he was in Cole Haan's dreams. Whatever his name is, Cole Young, Kenneth Cole, I don't care what his name is. He just sat there in hell like this. We're talking about Scorpion, fam. We followed Cole Young. Cole Young got some fancy pajamas and killed Goro. Man, if you don't stop, he had 2 police nightsticks from 1943. He had 2 police nightsticks that had them handles and killed Goro.
Cole Young is trash. 100% agree.
He's the main character. He's the main character.
Cole Young is absolute trash. Fam.
I hate that movie now.
It's not a good movie.
I watched it twice.
Right.
I watched it twice just to make sure I wasn't tripping.
I understand.
I hate that movie now.
Splendid.
I hate it. Great. I hate it. I can't even, I played the video game, made me feel weird.
Excellent.
Cortez turned it on. I was like, ew. Look at that.
Great.
All this character, all this background. Mortal Kombat, one of the best parts of Mortal Kombat is the ambiance of where you are when you fight. There was no ambiance. Goro died at the local farm.
Cool. It's not a good movie. It's not a perfect movie. It did not have the budget that Marvel has to be able to do all the things that it does.
I need a Snyder cut immediately.
This is a first
I need a Todd Snyder Mortal Kombat cut immediately.
Snyder.
Whatever his name is.
Todd Snyder makes sneakers.
Luke Air Force Base, whoever makes unforced cuts, whatever. I need one now.
This is a first-time director who has to make
Clearly.
a movie, who has to make a movie about people doing hand-to-hand combat.
They
to
let
save-
a first-time director take on Mortal Kombat.
Are we just gonna sit here?
Listen,
somebody hand-to-hand combat.
Are we going to
Beat
sit
me up.
here? Are we going to sit here and act like Mortal Kombat is like the height of artistic integrity? Like, fam, you literally do hand-to-hand combat to save the fate of the Earth.
Listen,
That does not. It's like you said before. It doesn't translate. Me personally, I'm totally against video game movies.
Look at the
a
director.
100% facts. I'm against video game movies because, like you said,
Commercials.
like you just said, in a video game, oh, you got to fight all these people to save the Earth, and you're like, all right, cool, that makes sense to me. When you watch a movie, it doesn't translate. That doesn't make any sense.
That's
many
why I
movies-
Go
said,
in the movie, fam.
do you have any video game movies have translated though? Like
Like what? Name 2.
I'll look it up after
All right,
this. Hold on.
you have to look it up.
Because I'm in a different thought process right now. Look at the director. His background was in directing
Yeah!
commercials.
Look,
Why would
man.
you hire him?
oh my God.
You know who else's background was in directing commercials? Michael Bay. And he's been given the most money to do the most crazy shit
Yeah,
ever.
not off the bat. They didn't give him Transformers off the bat,
Giving Bad Boys off the bat.
which is
And
not.
Bad Boys 1 is not the most like...
No, it's not. Bad Boys 2, even worse. That's where this movie falls in for me. The fight choreography is terrific. The violence was fun. It bothered me that they went to the pit, that Jackson Homeboy went to the pit, and he did not uppercut him into the spikes. That bothered me.
Why
all right?
go to the pit?
I understand.
If you're not going to do that. And why was General Reiko? Why was General Reiko and Natura in this movie? General
get it.
Reiko and Natura didn't come into like Mortal Kombat like 6 or something.
I get it. There's gonna be 2 more.
I hate that movie.
It's not a good
though.
movie.
I'm tagging HBO, Mortal
It's
Kombat,
not a good movie.
Ed Boon, Noob Type. I'm tagging Scorpion Subs. I'm tagging all actors. I'm tagging all of them. That movie was embarrassing.
It's not.
Jack's mustache was trash. He was trash. He was weird. He's an awful actor too. He sucked as an actor. I do not like any of them that acted. Liu Kang acted. I couldn't even believe that they were Japanese or Chinese, except Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And I don't even know if that's bad to say. Kung Lao and Liu Kang were so bad. He said, "I'm Kung Lao," and flew out the ground and threw his hat. And it came back. I was like, now why can't you do this? And then he died.
Here's the thing. I was talking to my counterpart at work. She hadn't seen it yet, and her son just kept saying, "Yeah, there was a guy with a spinny hat."
That's all you need to know! You don't need to know anything else!
Okay.
Why do we need to know Kung Lao's backstory? Why do we need to know all these people's backstories? The video game itself is ridiculous.
That's why it won't be successful.
The video game itself. Oh, 100% facts. Because no. What defines success? Because the movie already made half its budget back in the first weekend.
No, you can't say that.
Why not?
Their budget was $50 million. How are they gonna? They made $25 million.
They already made it back.
Fam, we've been watching
in the first weekend.
That's not a good reopening weekend.
Look, man,
we've been watching Batman since the '80s, and they still have to remind us Batman was a child and his parents got killed.
Batman has an actual compelling story. Mortal Kombat does not! It's literally hand-to-hand combat to save the entire Earth! That's already nonsense!
They take souls and throw fire! What kind of story?
It's already nonsense! It's already schlock to begin with! It's already nonsense to begin with!
Sam, why
it doesn't make a difference!
Hold on a second. You disrespected your craft.
Why do you like Mortal Kombat so much?
Why?
Yeah, why?
I grew up on Mortal Kombat.
Well, so did I.
Always loved it. I just always have. I think the most with me in Mortal Kombat, it was how much everybody hated it.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are two of the greatest games of all time, but I've never seen anyone
Street Fighter
care
movie
about it as
doesn't
much
work
as you.
either.
I really care about Mortal Kombat. I love that. I only
on.
Let me tell you that.
You.
Yeah. But see, you know what?
I still know what good movies look like.
But see, here's the thing. That's the thing.
Why watch
I play the game. You think the movie was enough for people who know the video game? It's not. It's not.
Yeah, those people are going to be mad. The people that don't know it aren't going to know what the fuck's going on.
The people.
So there's no middle ground for who's this movie for?
Yeah, there's nothing. You have to build something. You have to build it up. Fam, Shang Tsung used to turn into other characters and use their powers. He don't even do that no more. You can fight with Shang Tsung, he turn to Sub-Zero. You can use his powers. Turn back, turn to Scorpion, use his powers. He don't even do that no more. You have to build this movie franchise. You're okay with it because you're like, well, you played the game. You know the reason. No, even playing the game all my life, I have no idea why Sub-Zero can shoot ice.
Because it's schlock. Because it's nonsense.
Now,
because it's ridiculous.
No. So we're in the video game world.
In a video game world, cool.
See, but comic books has actual shit going on. There's actual subtext going on.
No.
There's no subtext to Mortal Kombat.
So what's the point of this movie?
Mortal Kombat is literally just people fighting.
Okay, then you know what? They should have never made it.
Yeah,
it should have never been made. Ever.
Maybe.
Ever. It should have never been made.
No, well, no. The point is to make money. I mean,
and I know the
that's why they
point,
made it.
but I'm just saying, like, if you're not gonna like really try, this was not a try movie. I don't care.
Oh,
they
this
did
was
not
absolutely
try.
a try movie.
They didn't try movie. No, they did not try. They did not try.
They literally watched this and were like, ooh, this is fire.
Sub-Zero came through in the first scene and killed everybody with a sword, and then used ice. I was like, what you got this sword for? He had the sword and then threw the sword down, and then his hand went freezy. And that's stupid. They had a baby got rescued, and then that was it. Raiden was like, everybody's dead. Raiden came through, took a baby, and went like this, and then disappeared. And then he told the story.
Or whatever, just walked up and got his ass beat.
He said, I got the baby from Scorpion's lineage. He said he raised the baby in the cave, and that was it. And the baby was a girl. Did she grow up and have Cole Young? No, she didn't. The lineage had to keep going. Like, that was in like Japanese 18 whatever. Sub-Zero said he killed Scorpion another century ago, or whatever it was. The movie made absolutely no sense.
It says at the beginning when it was like in the 1800s.
Fam, no joke. I'm about to write it myself. I'm about to just write it myself. No joke. I'm about to write Mortal Kombat myself. And December 31st on this podcast, whenever we do this podcast in December, I'm about to bring it. No joke. It's the worst script I've ever seen in my life. I could write a better script than that. I already know what I want to do. You have to build up the main characters. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Mileena, Liu Kang. That's it. Raiden is like a team. Team Shang Tsung, Team Raiden. That's it. But you gotta tell me why he rides thunder. Why he takes souls. Why he can freeze. Why he's on fire. Why is she half Tarkanian? The mouth. She's half Baraka, half whatever. She's the daughter of Shao Kahn. Her sister is Katana. Her mother is Shiva.
Which
whatever.
they didn't mention at
didn't
all.
Mention none of it. And she's dead now.
And she didn't even have she had like 3 lines the whole movie.
She said,
she was like, can I kill him?
Shang Tsung, what I do? She said, oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, huh? She barely used her size. She hit her one time in the shoulder with the side and licked it and said, you're not special, and jumped through a portal and left. Cabal running around. Cabal is one of the fastest characters of all time. He was like, the streaks and the CGI in this movie was the worst I've ever seen. He was like, and why is his voice like that? Well, you know what? He's like a PE teacher. He said, volcano's the reason why I'm in an iron lung. Oh, and let me tell you something else. I was like, who is it? Rodney Dangerfield? worst movie of all time.
If it was Rodney
it's in my top 10 worst movies ever.
If it was Rodney Dangerfield, it would have been better.
It would have been better.
That dude came out of nowhere and used reverse psychology to get
I
the
got no
upper hand,
respect
fam.
here. I got no
Come
respect.
on.
Kano was cool.
I just don't
The
care
fighting
about this
was
much.
cool.
The fighting was trash, and the violence wasn't nowhere near enough
wasn't even
of Mortal
gory.
Kombat stand. I have seen more violence on regular cable FX television than I have on this. Period, and that's facts.
The
have.
fighting wasn't trash. The movie just
The
was corny.
fighting was trash.
Fighting wasn't trash.
No, it wasn't.
It was trash.
There were some good fight scenes, but like nothing.
There
But it was way
was
too
none.
convoluted because like there was 8 fights going on. They kept cutting in between each
The
one.
best fighting of the entire movie was the trailer when the blood caught it, stabbed him, stomped the ground, ice wall, threw him
Yep.
through the wall. That was the best scene.
It was.
Even the get over here was whack. He came out of nowhere like this. He looked like this. Like, why he look like he's so old? He look old. He like, get over here. I was like, ew. It didn't even look right. It didn't look right. You don't know Mortal Kombat like I do. You don't know Mortal Kombat like I do, fam. You don't know Mortal Kombat like I do.
It's
fam.
not a good movie.
Fam, if it was Quentin Tarantino and all that, I'll let y'all ride, dude. But you don't know Mortal Kombat like I do.
not a
Quentin
good
Tarantino
movie.
should have did it.
He
Quentin
should've done it.
Tarantino movies got more violence than Mortal Kombat. That's facts. What's that movie you like, Glorious Bastard? That last scene where they used the Tommy guns and shot them people in the theater? Fam, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Them people got ripped up by them Tommy guns. Quentin Tarantino with a Melina with teeth? She would have bit their heads off. Get that garbage out of here. No, Baraka. She's half Tarkadian. That's Baraka. And she's half whatever else. Whatever. Human. Do you know why?
Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2. Man, she came in Mortal Kombat 2. She really probably should have been in Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm gonna recommend don't watch 2 because apparently that the real world wrestler man wants to play Johnny Cage.
Who? Oh, the Miz.
Yeah,
The Miz.
yeah,
joke?
yeah. So don't watch part 2.
joke?
Well, he wants.
No, it would not. Don't watch part 2.
The Miz and Johnny Cage are like basically the same character.
You know who
They're
should
not.
play him?
It's based on Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He should play him.
That's not Johnny Cage.
Well, the problem is the fighting and the body style is Jean-Claude Van Damme, but the personality would be Miz.
Which I'm sure there's an actor
that's
out
what
there
I mean.
that could do it.
No,
They got to find somebody else.
I wouldn't
man.
watch it.
They got to find somebody else.
I just don't like him in general. So
Thank God I didn't pay for that. Thank God I didn't go to the theater and see that because I
Yeah.
probably would have lost my mind.
no, you
in
would
there,
have had
man.
popcorn. You'd be good.
It was a fun movie.
I don't eat popcorn.
I had a
It
fucking
wasn't
great
funny.
time watching
Something wrong
it,
with you, man.
honestly.
See, here's saying Kong vs. Godzilla was fun.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it
good.
was fun.
It wasn't good, but it was fun.
I mean, it had too many kids in it, and like I said, they humanized him too much.
Again, I put this on par with
Kong
like Bad
Godzilla.
Boys 2.
No,
Like
it's-
it's bad, but I can watch it.
It was more
It's
fun.
fine.
I could watch it. I could watch Kong
Go watch
Godzilla.
Mortal Kombat. I mean,
I watched it twice already.
So I said.
Oh no, if
Yeah,
it came
me
on,
too.
like I ain't like
It was corny and made no sense, but it wasn't one of the 10 worst movies I've ever seen. Fam, you know how bad some of the movies we've seen?
no. I mean, you could name one. Like no.
Name
There's
one.
only one movie that will forever be my worst movie of all time. That's Rollerblade, Rollerball, with LL Cool J, whatever that called. That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. The entire theater I was in, Mirrorseal, actually maybe not Mirrorseal, somebody.
Are you talking about
We
only
stormed
movies
out.
you've actually gone to the theater and seen?
No, theater movies I've seen. That Rollerball or
State
Blade.
Property with Beanie Siegel's the worst movie ever.
There is no way that Mortal Kombat in 2021 is one of the 10 worst movies you've ever seen.
One of the worst
Wait,
movies.
what is it?
It's possible.
No, I said it's not.
Oh yeah.
There's no way
God's-
that
yeah,
there's no
Godzilla
way that
2001 is
Mortal
very
Kombat
bad.
in 2021 is worse is in a top 10 movies
No.
of all time.
No.
You've
No.
seen movies
No.
since the 1980s.
No.
There's no way.
I watch those still to this day.
Yes, there's no way.
No. Those were appropriate for their time. I said the worst movie I've ever seen. I can't think of
There's-
any movie
there's
from those
plenty
in the
of them.
80s where I thought the story and the timing and the editing and everything was
No,
so
you just
bad.
you just didn't care about those as much, but it doesn't mean they're better.
Fam, Meteor Man, it blows that out of the water. I love Meteor Man though. That's a good movie. It made sense. A game.
I haven't seen it in
bad
20
guy.
years, so I have no idea.
Fam,
I mean-
Mortal Kombat 1, it was straight to the point. They flew to a tournament, got on a boat, went to a tournament, fought. Whatever. Straight to the point. That was for the video game people. You know why? Because that movie came out in what? 94?
Yep.
96? So back then, I had no choice but to ride with it. We're adults now who grew up with Mortal Kombat. And you mean to tell me you're not going to tell me why Sub-Zero got snow out of his hands?
Why do you need to know? It's schlock. It's nonsense.
It's a movie where you can't build a movie.
You can't put 18 characters in a movie and have no backstory.
You can't. And it can't be an hour and 45 seconds, 45 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes with 15 characters? Rico, come on. You wanted backstory on 10 people. I haven't even seen Tenet yet, and I don't need their backstory.
I didn't want backstory on 10 people. That's a very different situation.
You said
look, that is an extremely different situation. Why?
Why?
Because Tenet was directed by Christopher Nolan.
No, don't do that.
I will do that. Christopher Nolan absolutely knows better.
See, that's why you don't need to do that. Now, Christopher Nolan probably would have been the best to do that, but a Christopher Nolan movie, the plot and the story is so good that I don't need to understand why he's here from where he started. I don't need that. Now, Batman, Christopher Nolan.
Then why in all the other Christopher Nolan movies we know why he's here and why he's doing the thing? And in Tenet we don't. Why?
Because in those other Christopher Nolan movies, there are people that are in there doing extraordinary things. We saw Batman go to the League of Shadows and learn from Ra's al Ghul from beginning to the end. We had never seen that in any Batman movie ever. Only Christopher Nolan can do that. Facts. Every Batman movie ever.
Okay.
Every Batman movie ever. The mom gets killed. He gets killed. Falls in cave. I'm Batman now.
So Christopher Nolan is owed one movie where he has no character development whatsoever, and they all say nonsense.
Why do they all need to be the same?
He's earned that right to where, you know.
So he's earned the right to one bad movie, even though
it's not a
he's
bad
an
movie.
outstanding director.
It's not a bad movie. What I'm asking you is why does it matter?
Inception didn't have that much character building. It had phenomenal story to it.
But you knew what everyone wanted in the movie. In Tenet, you didn't know what anyone wanted.
And in this Mortal Kombat, we didn't know what anyone wanted.
I understand that, but this is not directed by Christopher Nolan, so I'm not anticipating
Why does that matter? Maybe.
What does that matter? It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Maybe he didn't want it. I mean, it's not like you guys are best friends and you talk to him every day. Maybe he wanted it like that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't matter.
You're
just assuming that he's owed to make one bad movie.
No, you're assuming that everything will be the same. Why?
First-time director can't do that, though.
You're my actor friend. I'm embarrassed. Because you know what? A first-time director.
It's not a good movie.
A first-time
is not going to get hired anymore.
I haven't seen
Mortal Kombat's not a good movie.
A first-time director.
But I had a fucking good time watching it. Kano was funny. He got a little annoying.
You were
but
like
he was funny.
on that vaccine drip.
Scenes,
you were feeling a certain type of way.
The fight scenes were terrific. The violence was good. Yeah, Kung Lao. They had Kung Lao's best fatality in the movie, which was fucking cool to me. They had the sweep kick thing. That was fucking funny. They had Sub-Zero making an ice version of himself, just like in the game.
Listen,
I understood what was going on. I didn't care that it wasn't good. I didn't care that the characters weren't developed. Yes, Cole Young sucks as a fucking character. You know what? I don't care. I'm not sitting down putting Mortal Kombat on my television to watch the height of storytelling. I'm not watching it to see all of these characters be built. I'm not watching it for an expanded universe. I'm not watching it for any of that.
Listen.
I'm watching it to see cool fighting, to see violence, and
there was barely any violence.
Barely any violence.
Look, man, I had a good time watching it.
Listen, here's the epitome of what we're talking about, me and Greg. Sonya Blade got her powers somehow, and then she went like this, and he was like, oh, how'd that happen? She's like, I don't know, but it's cool. That was the extent of it.
Well, no. At the beginning, they said if you take someone out, you get their...
No, not that.
You get the dragon.
Yeah, we knew that.
Everybody else in the movie had a hard time getting their chi or power, and then she killed Kano, come out of nowhere, bing, I got him already.
Yeah, and then they're like, how'd you do that? And she's like, I don't know, but it's cool. That was her line.
And she was awful.
Yeah, she was terrible.
What was she in?
She was in a TV show called Sirens, which is very good and I like a lot.
Oh my gosh, she should have been in a
ABC
TV
Family.
show.
She should not be in a rated R movie.
Canceled.
She was in Chips.
The movie?
Yeah. Chips is a bad movie too.
God.
Of course,
I was more entertained with Chips. I like Chips.
Dax Shepard is bad, but Michael Pena is really good.
The Chips was better than Mortal Kombat. Facts. Not even a question.
That's fine. They can both be bad.
Fam, you can name a trillion movies more better than that Mortal Kombat movie. There's only 9. There are only 9 other movies that might be worse than Mortal Kombat. No. I'm gonna leave Mortal Kombat right now at number 10, worst all time, but it was awful. And Mortal Kombat 2 is probably number 9.
It shouldn't even be in that conversation. Now, Street Fighter 2 or whatever, or Street Fighter, whichever one, the one where was Jean-Claude Van Damme in Street Fighter 2 or whatever. Now that's one of the worst movies of all time.
Way worse
in there. I said 9 others.
I don't know. Yeah, it's way worse.
Oh yeah, and Mortal Kombat, new Mortal Kombat, number 10. But the other one, there's worst 9 with the facts. Let's do.
You're being irrational, and you're being
2021.
irrational.
How am I being irrational?
About Christopher Nolan. Well,
you're insane.
He can't make a movie where he changes his mind.
So
I mean,
why his mind?
What do you mean?
He is a phenomenal builder.
I guess he's owed a bad movie. I mean,
it's not about being owed that. What if he just wants to do something different? What are you talking about?
No. Different is fine if it doesn't hinder the movie. If different hinders the movie,
absolutely
I don't know.
It's not winning no Oscars. Oscars
I
or
know
nothing
that.
like that. But
when
that's
I
not the
watched,
point.
when I
Which
watched,
is funny since it
I'm
did.
assuming the movie was about.
Probably for cinematography, which it should.
I'm
it was
assuming.
visual
I'm
effects.
assuming.
Same thing.
I'm assuming.
effects and cinematography are not
I'm
the
assuming the movie had.
Yes,
guns
it
and
is.
stuff in
Pretty
it.
much.
The movie had guns and
Visual
stuff in it,
effects
right?
is used to
Just
increase
in it.
cinematography. It's the same
Sure,
thing.
but it's not. That's not what cinematography is.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's not what cinematography is, but
It's similar.
Yes, it is. Well, you can't have one without the other. It's the same thing.
no,
you
because
can have one without the other. Case in point, the Transformers movies all
Listen.
have wonderful visual effects and horrific cinematography.
Fam, you're a rom-com in 2021 has visual effects in it. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Not everything. There's not a movie out there that's just like.
But you know what
maybe
they're
Blair
doing
Witch
with
Project. I don't know. Was just filmed with no
don't
visual
do that.
effects.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
What are you talking about?
Yes, maybe a rom-com like that background wasn't really filmed. Okay, whatever. That's not what they're doing. Visual effects movies, you know the
When
difference.
did I say it?
You know what
When did
are
I say
winning
it was?
Oscars and what aren't, all right? They're not like, oh, they really weren't in New York City. They just had the background and green screen and made in New York City. Don't do that.
So what point are you trying to make?
Visual effects are Inception, Tenet, stuff like that. Stuff flipping worlds and crazy stuff. They're not doing
That's part of the
now,
cinematography.
Cinematography is like something like a Nomad, Nomad movie, whatever that movie's called.
1917.
Nomad Land, 1917. Like the cinematography of that. They're not giving visual effects. Like Marvel movies are always up for visual
the
effects.
cinematography is what the shot looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, so visual effects helps the shot look better.
Typically,
Pretty simple.
Typically,
Then
in
why is the
award,
cinematography in Transformers
Whoa.
so goddamn bad?
typically, no,
Did
no,
Roger
visual
Deakins
effects
do it?
everywhere.
No. I mean, what do you want?
Let's do Hall of Flames. Actually, where you about to go?
Bathroom.
All right, go to the bathroom. Mortal Kombat.
I had fun. I had a good time watching it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You couldn't have had a good time.
I did. I had a good time.
Then you know
It was
what?
fun. It was a fun
Then
movie.
you know what? If you had a good time watching that movie, your point of views on movies are extremely invalid now. You
I don't think so.
It has to be.
I don't think they
I mean,
are.
it could just be in the middle. It could just be mediocre. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't need to be
No.
top 10
and I don't
worst
even
of all
and I don't
time.
even
It
think
has
it's
to.
mediocre.
Fine,
It's
mediocre.
bad. It
No.
is a bad
First
movie.
First of all,
I just don't care.
as of right
corny
now,
and doesn't make any
as
sense,
of
but that's
right,
it. Like,
Yeah.
As of right now, that Mortal Kombat movie was one of the most anticipated for the year. That's facts. Not even a question. It's facts.
I don't even
It's
know if
facts.
that's facts.
It was one of the most anticipated.
I know that you
of
and
the
I
year.
anticipated it, but I don't
Fam,
think it was.
It was one of the most anticipated of the year. Once we get closer to the end, then Spider-Man.
It might have been anticipated by the fans of Mortal Kombat, but I would imagine the fans of Mortal Kombat aren't going in to like the IMDb or what's that website? Is that what it is? They're not going in there and looking at who the director is and who the cinematographer is and who the producer is. They're not doing that kind of stuff to learn whether their excitement is really going to be borne out or not. That's two different things. So yes, while super fans of Mortal Kombat may have been excited for it, I highly doubt the general populace was looking at that like Top Gun 2 or something.
But you know what?
Top Gun 2, like people were
General
standing
populace,
in line for.
but see, that's the problem. I hate when you build a movie like that and you exclude the general populace. A movie like that, you have to figure out a way to include them. Iron Man came out. I didn't think nothing
didn't know
of
nothing
it.
hardly
Didn't
about
think
Iron Man.
nothing
I
of
was
the
a
movie.
DC guy.
But it did a phenomenal job to where like all the guys, you know, take your girl to go see it. Your girl can follow along like, oh, he's rich. Tony Stark build a robot, and then it continued with the movies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Iron Man was also blessed with Jon Favreau and Robert Downey Jr.
Well, whose fault's that?
Whose fault is what?
I'm
fam?
not-
What A-list star is going to want to build a Mortal Kombat movie?
You keep no.
I keep what?
I don't care. Fine, you know what?
If you give them that check, they'll be like, yes.
The acting is whatever. It's the story. The story doesn't require money. All right? It requires creativity and time. That's it. I don't need a special effects to tell me something about something. That's it. They could have even just talked about it. Dialogue. Where did Goro come from? What is he? He just said, Prince Goro, thank you for coming by, and he left and died. That's it.
And he left and died.
He came out of a barn, and then when he didn't come back, when Cole Young came
He
back,
left and died.
What did Shang Tsung do? Impossible. Why is it impossible? Is Goro good at fighting? Because it didn't look like
Exactly.
it.
He's
a
like
man got his
he's
fancy pajamas
1,000
and
years
nice
old
bits
or
and killed him.
something, and a guy that just got his powers 2 seconds ago killed him.
Goro is a living legend of killing humans all over, and he dies to man who had zero power. At
Couldn't
the
even win an
local
MMA
bar.
fight.
He died at the Farmer's Market.
Talking about the farm. Who cares?
Who cares? Goro died at the local Ko Young farm.
Who cares? Why does that matter?
Put him in the streets of L.A. Like, let's see a...
You're just saying because like it wasn't enough action, or
No. Because you know what? If General Reiko, who Jax killed, if he died at the farm, whatever, because he shouldn't have been in the movie. I'm talking about Goro. Goro is one of the most important people of the entire franchise. And he died at the local farm to a nobody we never heard of. Scorpion kills Goro? Go. Liu Kang? Go. He died to Ko Young. The man got his powers during the fight.
Okay, so your problem is who killed him, not where he died.
Where and who? You know what? If he died at the farm because Scorpion flew out of nowhere and saved everybody and killed him at the farm, cool. He died from a MMA fighter who fights for $200 on the farm. And
that matters.
I don't
it
know.
was
why
Goro.
that matters. I don't know.
I don't know why that
In the first Mortal Kombat, people went and was literally being destroyed by Goro.
Yeah, but Goro is not someone who you would care if he's not in part 2. You care if Sub-Zero's
He
not
was
in part
barely
2.
in this movie.
No. That's Goro relevant. Like when you earlier you said Sub-Zero's dead and maybe he's not in part 2. I understand that, but Goro, you're not gonna be disappointed if Goro's not in part 2.
No.
Who cares?
If anybody should have even the tiniest background of story of where he's from, Goro was the second to last bad guy in Mortal Kombat 1. You had to beat him to get to Shang Tsung.
Right.
Cool. But Goro lived in a lair. Goro was a part of a community. See, I know more about this. He's a part of a specific species of people that like people don't know much about. You gotta give me something about him before you kill him.
What does that got to do with him dying and where he died?
Because I know nothing about him. That's the point. Goro came.
He was in the movie for 4 minutes.
He was in the movie. He's more important. That's my point. He's too important to be die at farm.
Based on what?
I play the game, man. Don't worry about it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
He's important based on what?
Besides Sub-Zero, probably he's one of the coolest bad guys that was in the movie.
You have to.
If Bison died in Street Fighter, would you get mad that Bison died? I mean,
Bison died at the very end. Bison didn't die down the street at the Indian market when they were in the Middle East. Bison didn't show up in the Middle East and get into a scrap with Guile. He killed him, and the movie kept going.
And he didn't die by someone named Cole Young. He's about to go pitch for the Mets.
And Bison got killed by Guile early in the movie. Oh well, yeah, that's Guile. Okay. He didn't just get killed by somebody with an AK-47 homie.
Okay, so then your problem is not that it's what's his name, Bolo Young. What's his name?
Cole Young.
It's all of it. It's all of it. It's Cole Young killing him because he's a nobody. Goro has beat thousands of men in his realm. That's what made him king.
Sure.
He's Prince Goro.
Sure.
That's what made him who he is.
Yes.
And then he dies to Cole Young?
In 4 minutes.
So then your problem is just who killed him, not that he was only barely in the movie.
And where? Why did Jax and General Reiko deserve the pit level? Why did they deserve the fight there?
When they didn't uppercut him into the pit.
That was one of my problems with the movie. Why Goro gets the local farm? Goro is important. That's what the point I'm trying to make. He's too important to just be gone.
He's not gone. He's coming back.
Well, he was gone in this movie in 4 minutes.
All these people,
I don't view him as important.
Let's do Hall of Flames. But let me tell you something. If Goro comes back, every single person that died, Rico said they're coming back.
They're coming back. They all disappeared in the dust.
The next movie's going to have 55 characters in it.
Here's my thing. I don't view him as important. I mean, he should have been in a fight scene in the movie where he gets beaten.
Goro.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. He should have been in the movie.
Goro, Kentaro, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, all of the married people. They showed Easter eggs of Kodo Kahn. Kodo Kahn came out in Mortal Kombat 10 or 11. Why are you showing Easter eggs of him? He's this year. He just came out. He's a brand new person. Like, why are you showing Easter eggs of Kodo Kahn? Like, come on, man. Baraka's daughter. Well, she's Tarkadian, not Baraka's daughter.
People are going to be shocked that you care this much.
Whatever.
They are. I'm just saying they are.
That's fine. Let's do Hall of Flames real quick.
You care this much.
What time is it? Let's do Hall of Flames real quick. Hall of Flames. Let me tell you something. I appreciate everybody who likes to talk about this podcast. Hall of Flames. I will have the voting up as soon as possible. We have 5 sneakers, right? Each?
I do.
I did 5 sneakers each. All right, 5 sneakers each. I think we can disagree if some should go in or not. But like if they all get in, they all get in. They get voted in.
Great.
I will say that I wish I had treated the Hall of Flames a lot better than I did in the beginning, because when we created it was early on in the podcast when we wanted to just like add something different to the podcast. You know, something different, something new. And Hall of Flames was a cool name, you know, whatever. So we had built the Hall of Flames originally by like adding in ones that we thought personally should automatically be in there. Now looking at it, I'm like, we shouldn't have did that. We should have always done it a certain way. Plus, Plus, I don't like looking at it and seeing like some really new stuff. Not new, but like newer stuff. And there's some off-whites in there, I think. You know, like, you know, and like some like.
I think the off-whites that are in there kind of deserve to be.
Deserved it, but I feel like it's like if Jordan retires, he's still got to wait 5 years to get in. Like, I know he could get in tomorrow, but I feel like it should wait because one of the issues that we've always had was if you say off-white OG Presto, of course it's going to get in. Who's not going to vote for that? And if I said linen Air Force, like that's my point.
That is a good point.
So then, like right now, I'm looking through the list. You know how disappointing. First of all, we're not George and I aren't Air Force Ones guys. But man, I looked at the list like, where are all the Air Force Ones in this list? All my list is Air Force Ones. There are some legendary Air Force Ones, whether you like them or wear them or not. Like it's mad. So like, I'm probably gonna go through the Hall of Flames and end up removing some like nonsense out of there, like some stuff that like was just like personal favorite. We have Hyperfuse Air Max 90s in there. We love them. We love them, but are they Hall of Flames?
I
Probably.
mean, the original. I mean,
no, OG 90s.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, fam. We put a lot of stuff in there. We were just like
Hyperfuse Independence Day kind of has to be there.
We should have made it to where when people vote, they have to choose within a certain block of time. I can't have like there are Air Max 1s that have not made it yet, like clots that haven't made it yet. Because people chose to vote for like Yeezy 350s we've had. You know what I mean? We got Beluga 350s in there already.
You call Beluga 350s like... You call 350s in general like the second best shoe of all time.
Now, they're 5 years removed, so it's fine now. But at that time, they weren't. They came out like the year before or something. Maybe 2 years later. That's my point. I don't want to make it where like I'm bothered by what people vote for when they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Union 1 should not be in there yet. Union 1's it will be, but it shouldn't be in there now. It got in the next year. You can't do that. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. If Tim Duncan, Kobe, everybody retired at the exact same time, but the class last year, people who didn't get in, they're not getting in. Because all of them came out last year, some of the greatest of all time, they're gonna get pushed to the back.
Do they do that so in case they come out of retirement?
I don't know. I don't know the rules of that. But I think from now on, I would prefer we do sneakers that are 5 year removed. At least 5 years removed.
That's the only thing I could think of when you said that.
I don't think time matters at all.
I do.
No, for real, like NBA Hall of Fame.
Oh, wait, say it again.
They have to wait 5 years in case they don't like come out of retirement. Like imagine if they put Kobe in the Hall of Fame the year after he retired, and then he came back the next year to the Lakers.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
See, I don't know why they do that.
Because Jordan came back like twice, so
I figured they staggered it for the people who didn't get in the year before. Too, yeah. Like because you could only be up for Hall of Fame for so long, right? So then if it's like the person that retires this year is one of the greats,
LeBron tired.
Yeah, like whoever's their last year to get in, LeBron's getting in if he retired this year, and this person probably won't get voted in.
The other thing they did is they started, like, even in NBA, they did unanimous Hall of Fame. Like, they didn't even vote on Kobe. They said Kobe's in.
Yeah, I mean, which is, I mean,
but I mean, should they do that for LeBron though?
Like,
yeah,
that's the thing. You guys putting in Jordan 1 bands, like, yes, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, those were automatically put in, but like, I put in Kamikaze 2s. Now, it's one of my personal all-time favorites. I feel like people should have voted.
Hall of Flame shoe.
I agree, but like I feel like people should have voted for it.
But the problem is,
there are certain ones
like
I feel
you said,
like it.
They'll put in off-late, whatever.
But see, if a Kamikaze 2 back when we first started this would have been in there against sneakers pretty close to its time, it could have probably won. Putting a Kamikaze 2 now, and then somebody here says Union 4s. Union 4s is going to beat a Kamikaze 2 right now. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like,
no, I agree with you.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go first, all right? Hall of Flames. All the listeners, you'll be able to vote on our website. I'll get that voting up as soon as possible. Mine are all Air Force Ones because I just felt wildly disrespectful for not having so many Air Force Ones.
I'm gonna vote no on all of them. So,
number one, I got linen Air Force Ones. A linen Air Force One, a top 5, top 10 Air Force One of all time.
Top 3.
Linen Air Force One. Y'all find that being in? I got Mr. Cartoon Air Force One, the navy blue one. It's one of the greatest. It might be the OG laser. Nah, not the OG laser. If you say no, it's fine. But Mr. Cartoon Air Force One is a legendary Air Force One.
There's other better.
I don't care. You guys can decide.
I mean, you got to say yes or no.
I mean, like I said, I would say no to all of them except Lynn's because I know where Lynn's history.
Yes or no?
I want to know what else you have.
Okay, fine. I keep going. I got the Puerto Rican Air Force One.
Rico's
the Puerto Rican flag.
I mean,
the OG one with the Puerto Rican flag in the back. That's a classic Air Force One. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's top 5 for me.
Yeah.
It's a top 5, and you like, fam.
What, man?
No, the other one I got is the Sakura with the cherry blossoms on it, the laser cherry blossoms, the Yuno, whatever. It come in the wood box.
Yep.
With the pink bottom.
Isn't that the one fake Fat Joe had fake?
Yes. That joint is a
No,
legendary.
that was Entourage's.
That's
Well,
a. Oh
same
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Same laser.
But,
That is a
yeah.
legendary Air Force One.
You know, yeah, yes.
I got.
Good one.
I got Invisible Girl Air Force Ones on there. Made an impact.
I'm gonna say no on that. I'll
That's
put
fine.
Cartoon in.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cartoon.
All right, cool. So those again. 4 of my 5 got in. Who's next? George, you go next.
Nope.
I will go next.
I don't have nothing. I don't care.
I don't know if it's been 5 years or not. New Balance 998 C-Note is the best New Balance collaboration of all time.
Hasn't that been about 5 years?
I think so.
I'm fine
I
with
just wanted to say it.
I'm fine with it.
Cool. Anything, George? It's not an Air Force One, so I don't know if you have an opinion or not.
Yeah, I like it. I like that shoe. I mean, if we're changing the rules now, like, I mean, what's the point? Like,
Barkley CB94s.
Those aren't in there?
I thought they were in there.
I think they're in there. Which one is that?
The ones that
The
keep retroing.
Godzillas
and
or
they're
the
like $400.
I feel like those are in there.
I
Aren't
thought they were in there too.
Let me
I'll
see.
go to the next one.
Yeah, go to the next one. Let me see.
My personal favorite Air Force One of all time, Atmos Georgetown.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Great.
What's it look like?
Definitely not Hall of Fame.
Georgetowns.
Georgetown Air Force One?
Yeah, they're great.
I need to see what that looks like.
I mean, think of an Air Force One.
With Georgetown
Yes,
colors.
thank you.
I mean, that's basically what it looks like.
Doesn't look like those Barclays are in here. I'm fine with those being in
Yeah,
though.
same.
$2,300.
Yeah, I'm fine with those.
the only one that's in
Oh,
there is Air
not
Force
the
Max,
metal.
it looks like.
Yeah, I'm fine with that Barkley being in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no on the other ones because I've
That's
never
fine.
even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know about that
I have
Georgetown.
$2,300 on eBay right now, and
fine.
I definitely did not pay that.
Lord. Oh, you have them?
I do.
You got everything. You
you
might
should
want to
sell
sell
those.
yours, and if they're going
Yeah,
for
but on that
2,300,
day,
you might want to
get
sell yours
triple
for
up.
8, 9.
No.
You might. You want? I'm a man threes.
You want 3 of them?
You
I'm
want
not
'em?
selling those.
All right.
I'm not. I'm never selling.
You don't want 'em, then.
Georgetowns.
You don't want?
You don't
you
want
want your
them.
kidney more?
I have Puerto Ricans too, so I mean,
You want your
Yeah,
kidney
you
more?
definitely don't want. I'm a man threes. Go.
no. I'd probably rather have Atmos Air Force One Georgetowns than my kidneys. I mean, so this next one has a lot to do with the retro, but the Hirachi Scream Greens. There's no Hirachis in there.
I'm fine with
I'm
it.
fine with it too.
Cool. And the last one, because I'm gonna scream it from the mountaintops forever until a Diodora makes it a Hall of Flames.
Nope.
Nope.
And Diodora and 9000 Saturday Special. Y'all are disrespectful.
What's a Saturday night special? What color is that?
Saturday Special. It's the brown
Oh, nope.
and blue one.
You could have said purple sandwiches. Nope.
Now, if you would have said Raekwon Purple
maybe.
Tapes, I might have would have said
Purple
yes.
Tapes?
I love those.
A Diodora not being in there is
It's probably
Fucking
disrespectful. It probably should be on the
it
ballot,
is
but
extremely disrespectful.
Drew fam, what you got?
All right, my list is like pretty much what I did last time because I didn't have much time for this, but we're just gonna try it again.
Oh man, those suck.
You suck.
Zebra 350s.
Zebra 350s.
No, that's funny. So,
I'm fine with a Zebra 350 again, then, because to me it's the second best colorway of 350s to me.
Sure.
Oh, those are a pickup too. I forgot.
Oh,
Look at you.
I'm fine with it. Everybody else cool with it?
George doesn't care. He's looking at cards. All right, so yes.
In regards to
sure.
Mookie Betts. Oh yeah, no, I said yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Jim Red ones.
you want to talk
I'm gonna
about
say
some
it every time we do
the
this.
Dodgers
Oh
stuff
yeah,
right
Jim
now.
Red ones. Jim Red ones never make it, but
know.
they be on the ballot. This might have to be the last time.
This will be
though.
the year. Ooh.
I know.
They've been on-
Oh yeah.
Jim Red ones have been on the ballot every single year since we've done this.
Everybody
They
votes.
Never made
The
it.
Veterans Committee can put them.
They might have to get out.
Vote.
What else you got? Jim Red ones for
rock the
certain.
vote.
Weatherman 4s.
They're not on there.
I don't think so.
Weatherman 4s.
Yeah. Okay.
This might have to be the last time on the ballot.
I think these might be the last time too. These have tried.
R.I.P.
Metallic 5s.
Metallic 5 is on
Those
the
are-
ballot.
He's got to be in there.
No, they're not. They got on the ballot last time and nobody voted for him because nobody cares.
Maybe like a lifetime achievement honorary inductee.
A lifetime achievement, fam. There are no metallic 5s in the Hall of Flames. Raging Bull 5s are on in there.
There's no 5s in there, right?
I understand.
Raging Bulls.
Oh, that's it?
Metallic 5s right there.
Oh, boom.
It's on
They
the
did
first
get
page.
it. Oh, well.
Look at you.
Plum Dunks was the other one.
Highs or lows?
You can do whatever.
Nice.
I mean,
Lows.
Plum Dunk, fine. I'm cool
Those
with it.
aren't even in the.
It's not 5-year move. They came out last year.
2011 Nike has beat
whatever.
Hall of Flames.
George, you got anything?
Got absolutely nothing.
All right. Let's do top 10 video game characters.
Any sports talk? Are we? Do we have anything down for
What?
What?
Talk about.
Suns are almost best team in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Beat your Knicks yesterday.
F you.
That's why you don't talk shit until after the game.
I didn't talk. Say,
Well,
eight
the
more
Knicks
days.
tagging me on-
8 more days till we play again.
Knicks were what? 8 wins in a row? 9 wins in a row?
9 in a row. Yeah.
And he kept telling me it's about to be 10.
Sun
I was
should have
about to
lost.
10, huh?
Sun should have lost at home. I mean, in New York at home.
What?
Gregory's
But I
right.
think, but that Suns, that
He
Sun-
said he should have lost at home in New York.
that game was I mean, the Knicks have been playing some of the best basketball.
Yeah, it's just Randall had an off night.
And the Suns,
Everything
the
else
Why
Suns
did they
have
have an
been
off
to-
night? Because the way they played him on defense.
All right.
Because they
Suns
double
have
teamed
been
whenever he got the ball, and nobody else can do anything. Derrick Rose almost beat him by himself.
Derrick Rose was playing really good.
Derrick Rose is playing.
I'm really glad that Derrick Rose is out there. doing
Tibbs,
something.
he's back with Tibbs.
I think Tibbs felt bad at what he did to him.
Yeah, he ruined his
Probably,
career.
yeah.
What else on
Probably.
We doing top
Sports talk.
10?
Yeah.
Oh,
Draft?
I don't know
I don't know.
sports-wise.
Draft's coming up.
I mean,
Zach Wilson era.
Tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Or Thursday.
Is it
Thursday.
I mean, I'm going to the sports bar, so I don't know. Supposedly, I don't
You
know.
going to sports bar to watch the draft? Do y'all?
I got invited. I got invited, so I'm just going.
I never watched the NFL draft. Just
the
NBA
count?
draft.
You don't?
You don't watch NFL
Why?
draft? What?
I kind
best
of understand why. We also didn't talk about the Oscars, which I don't much to talk about. But
Well, last
Well, I
time
don't trust your point of view on movies anymore.
the draft 2 years ago, I didn't go to because I was watching Endgame in theaters because it was the first
one
showing.
of the greatest movies ever made.
Facts.
Game?
Endgame. I actually like Infinity War better.
Infinity War was way better.
I think of those as one.
I
movie.
agree.
I think of those as one movie.
Sure, that's fair.
It's one long movie.
It should have played all at once, and it should have been a movie intermission.
Nobody's gonna go 6 hours for a movie.
And we would have stayed.
Man, people went to the Marvel Marathon was sold out the day that Endgame came out.
Yeah, those are nerds.
We would have sat
I mean,
there.
I would've been there
No.
had
We
I had the
all-
time.
I would have watched 6 hours of it. All
They
of
better
it.
done an
Yeah.
intermission then.
Because you know why? The character building was phenomenal throughout the years.
Yeah.
Story was phenomenal. So I would have
Imagine what 10 years of time and billions of dollars gets you in storytelling.
I don't know. All right.
Imagine that.
Well, Warner Brothers.
And good directing.
Guess what? Warner Brothers have a lot of money, and they allocated $40 million to Mortal Kombat. I looked it up. That's ridiculous.
They used $40 million
already
on
made it
the
half.
movie. What'd they pay for?
They already made half it back. More than that.
They paid for ice.
Them Scorpion and Sub-Zero face mask must have cost a grip. Because
They definitely played on the actors.
I mean,
Or the director.
the person that played Scorpion and Sub-Zero must have got $10 million each. Like that movie was awful.
Sub-Zero Man signed on for 4 movies, so
That Liu Kang dragon must have cost about $5
Yeah,
million
man.
to make. That cat Cabal got stuck in quicksand and then ate by a dragon. That's how he died.
oh,
thought
yeah,
it
that's
was-
right.
I thought it
The
was
fastest
oil.
person got stuck in some type of I can't get out of this. What the
Look,
heck?
man.
He said, "Oh man, oh, a dragon bit him."
It be that way sometimes.
What was the point of a dragon? First of all, the dragon in Mortal Kombat bites him in half. What's the point of a dragon biting him and then he caught fire? Liu Kang already throws fire. Why didn't he just set him on fire? It made no
He was already
sense.
stuck.
Hate that movie. What else we talking about? We doing cartoons now? What we
Yeah,
doing?
let's do it.
Video games?
Uh-oh.
Andrew out here
Cha-ching.
getting paid.
Oh, here you go. Guess what just sold?
What?
Or what?
Nick stuff.
O'Donnell foil.
What?
Ha.
What's that?
Hats.
What hat is that?
Blackberry.
$125. Bless
you.
you.
Thank you.
I didn't pay, bless you. I didn't
Utter
pay that
nonsense.
much resale for my Mets one.
Bless you.
Ooh, money coming out.
We got allergies. Man, shut up.
Where do you keep getting these?
I was wondering.
there.
I was wondering when you were saying I'm gonna pay resale if you knew what resale really was. I was like, does he know or
On what?
on what Hat Club
Captain America hat?
hats go for?
They go for more sometimes.
Oh, Captain Planet hat?
I've never paid that much ever.
Bless
you
you,
actually-
you freak.
Oh,
I have like
I would never pay that for a hat.
twice.
The most I'll pay for a hat.
No, I've
is-
never paid that
is-
much for a hat.
Is
Never.
75. That's the most
Yep.
I'll pay for a hat.
Most I
And
paid
that's-
was retail.
And that's what I've
It's
paid.
a hat.
And that's for like
'Cause I
fear
need
of
'em.
God hat.
I got a million hats. I don't.
Blackberry Mets. I need more hats.
No, you don't.
I do.
How many do you have?
I think I do.
Because I have about 100 something, and I only wear like
I need
a
more
portion
hats.
of them.
I need more hats.
Let's do top 10 video game people and go home. All right. Top 10 iconic video game characters to us. The secret sneaker is New Balance 999 C-Note.
And I need.
998 C-Note. For those who are listening to this sneaker podcast.
Shout out to MGK.
For you audiophiles.
Shout out to MGK.
MGK.
Send your address.
Respect your shoes.
Campaign.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
George, do you have a list?
Of course.
George, you go
George
first.
goes first. Honorable mentions.
I got one. Donkey Kong.
Are we mentioning?
And Donkey Kong is
mentions?
trash.
It's not a bad one.
Donkey Kong is trash. There's only one monkey that matters anymore, and that's King Kong. And that's been it for a long time.
Yeah, but if you look at all the stuff that Donkey Kong is involved with in terms
Iconic.
of like advertising,
He brought
Sure.
Mario into
Didn't make my list.
the
but
world.
That's true.
Yes, birth. He had a
So I
water
mean,
birth.
that's fine that you said honorable mention, but
In a water.
Donkey Kong.
why did it have to be a water birth?
Whatever. He got garbage of the world. I mean, I don't know what's it called in a hospital. Regular birth? I don't know.
Honorable mentions, anything.
Water birth added
Don't
character.
say all 27.
I have fucking 21 honorable
Say like
mentions.
5.
Donkey Kong is whack.
Let me run through a couple.
You're right, but that doesn't mean it's not iconic.
God,
That's
so
Iconic.
favorite.
Honorable mentions:
Throw
Sonic the
root beer.
Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, Tommy Vercetti from Vice City.
Wait. You got Sonic the Hedgehog in
You-
honorable mention?
Honorable
Your last is
mentions.
trash.
Oh, your list is going to
All
be
right.
super trash.
Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, Geralt of Rivia from The Witcher,
Off a game.
KK Slider from Animal Crossing, Link from The Legend of Zelda.
I do like the last one there because that's the one I agree with. Honorable mentions, I put Zelda/Link because honestly, Link is not even the most important or remembered character from the game. He's the main character.
I got him in the...
No,
yeah. I
Who do you
got him.
who do you talk to when people are like Link?
No,
you yourself.
No. I have Link in my top 10, but the problem with Link is that people call him Zelda. I mean, people don't even respect his
yeah,
real
they're
name.
idiots.
I don't care his
So
name.
you're making the point that he's not in the top 10
He cares
because no one even knows his
Yeah,
name.
but like if you think of just the history of Nintendo, I feel like he's very rememberable in that sense. One of his video games for like the newer systems is considered one of the top video games of all time. Whatever. I don't play it. I don't believe in them games.
Breath
because-
of the Wild is unbelievable.
I mean, Homeboy carries the biggest sword of all time, and he fights with potions and stuff. I don't care about that stuff, all right? And too much talking and chit chat. I don't like all that, all right?
The whole point is no one cares what his name is. The game's not called Legend of Link. It's called Legend of Zelda. Like the land isn't Zelda the land?
No.
Or what's
Zelda's the princess.
Yes, the princess.
The land is
Okay, I don't know.
Hyrule.
All
The
right.
most popular thing about those games in general was they had a gold cartridge for Nintendo. That was the most popular thing
So
about it.
yeah, I mean then the princess
started
is more
the save
iconic than he
feature
is.
thing. It was the first game with a save feature. That's a fun fact.
Honorable mention. I got Mega Man. I got Mike Tyson.
No.
I got
Not even
Pikachu.
No.
The problem with like Tyson and Pikachu is because they came
They
from something.
exist in-
Oh yeah, that's why they're all mentioned. I got Duke Nukem.
If you did this list in Japan, Pikachu would probably be
Duke
number
Nukem
one.
does not fly.
Yeah, but Pikachu would be number one.
That's
Not
why-
off
it's
a video
iconic.
game.
No, I understand
And that's
that.
why it's
I'm
honorable
just-
mention.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
I got Kratos.
Generally,
Kratos.
he almost made my list.
I got Yoshi, and I got Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson's a good one because
Tecmo
he's
Super Bowl.
the best video game character of all time. Like
He's undefeatable.
sports character.
2004, Madden
The only
2004. Michael
the only
Vick.
argument is Vic. That's it.
Yeah.
The only other argument is Vic.
It's fair.
Number 10, Donkey Kong. Number 9.
Wait, you got all mentions?
I already did. Zelda, Link.
Oh, okay. I know that was
And the
yours
only
too.
reason I didn't put it in there is because Link's not even a known character.
So what was yours?
People remember the game, not the person. Number 10, Donkey Kong. Number 9, Max Payne. Number 8,
Max Payne.
That's a good one.
yes, Max Payne.
Max Payne is awesome.
Number 8, Lara Croft or Lara, whatever you say.
He had 2 games.
He had 3 games.
2 games.
Oh, 3 games. Excuse
He
me.
probably had 3 games on every system.
Terrific character.
3 games. They made a movie. I mean,
Yeah, that movie was trash. Too.
that doesn't mean it's not an iconic character.
What was worse, Max Payne or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Max Payne was whack.
Max Payne was really bad.
But I still watch it and be entertained by it. Laura Croft, however you want to pronounce
What
her
number
name.
you have it at?
Number 8.
All right.
Number 7 is a slash for me because it was a 2 like fighting games that came out at the same time. So Ryu, Sub-Zero, pick one, or Scorpion. It doesn't matter. One of the dudes. They all look the same. Number 6, Pac-Man. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 4, Master Chief. Number 3, Solid Snake. Number 2, Nathan Drake. And number 1 is a slash 2, Mario and Luigi, because I don't know how you disrespect Luigi like that.
Who's going next? You want me to go next?
You can go next.
Number 10, I got Link, but he's trash. But when you think of Nintendo, I mean, you
He's
can't.
number 2
not
behind
think
Mario.
You
about
don't
it.
think of Link, you think of Zelda.
Well, you think of him, you just
of the
don't know his
game.
name. You just call him Zelda, though. Like, you think of him. I know what he looks like, but I just say Zelda. I mean, the man has the biggest sword of all time, and yeah. Number 9, I got Tetris blocks. All right? I mean, they're characters.
You gotta have the line block, B.
They're characters.
The line block.
They're characters.
Oh my god.
A character.
said Tetris blocks.
The line block
A
has to be the guy.
Oh,
if you're gonna have a Tetris block on
I
the
don't
list.
care. The line block, Z block, a square
Let's
block.
go.
I don't
That is
care.
a great pick.
A Tetris. I mean, Tetris is iconic. You see a bunch of boxes stacked, you call it Tetris. You see this? Tetris. Everything is Tetris. I mean,
Amazing
come
pick.
on. Number 8, I got Ryu, but I really didn't want to put Ryu because Ken was better than Ryu, but Ryu is like, you know what?
Big fact.
Whatever.
That's not
Ken was way better than Ryu.
Enormous
It's a fact.
based on what?
Don't.
He was faster.
Way
Kicks were
faster
better.
than Ryu.
The only thing Ryu did better was Hadouken. His Hadouken was
He got
stronger. That was it.
Hadouken! Number 7, Lara Croft. I mean, you just see a woman with 2 burners and you just think Lara Croft. She made 2 burners iconic. Wasn't the first person to have 2 burners, but she made 2 burners
By the way,
iconic.
video game movies, Lara Croft. 2 of them,
Schlock
actually.
again.
That was a decent movie. I mean, you
Both of
couldn't
them.
really-
The one with
I was
Angelina
like,
Jolie and the new
It
one.
was okay. Number 6, I got Luigi. I mean, Luigi and Mario are both trash.
I mean, they are, but
Fam.
they matter.
I honestly think,
This is iconic.
fam, I honestly think the
They're not
Japanese
trash, but they
are-
matter.
like, Mario and Luigi might be the dumbest characters in the history of anything. Why the Japanese had to have been making fun of us or Italian? Why were they plumbers? It doesn't make any sense.
Because they go into the pipes.
Fam, they didn't carry a wrench, a tool bag, nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
They have overalls.
And I was like, what's in the Japanese
I
toilets?
think in the
Turtles and stuff? What is this?
I think Mario has, or Luigi has a hammer in like the later.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he has something hang off his belt or whatever in the later
Fam,
images.
no, he didn't.
Also, I would rather watch Mario Brothers
he
the
does.
movie than Mortal Kombat.
I'd rather watch Mario Brothers
that movie was
too
trash.
than Mortal Kombat. God. Mario, them were weird people. You only like Mario because you relate to him really well. All right, y'all the same person. You short, blue collar, hard headed,
I can't jump high.
and got a princess. Y'all won't hit. No, I'm joking.
That's a lot to unpack.
I'm joking. Number 5. I hate Mario. He number 1 on my list, but he sucks, man. Chasing that star, going down them pipes, man. The only iconic thing about Mario games is the sound. Mario was already 85 years old when he played the game. He never grew up. If they would have advanced Mario better, they should have brought like a younger version, a kid version of him, like a new Mario. It would have made more
They
sense.
do.
Baby Mario, like they
The
did in Yoshi's
Mario.
Island.
Yeah.
Baby Mario is absolutely a thing.
and they're in-
Baby Luigi's a thing too.
Baby
No, they
Mario and
are.
Baby Luigi look like Mario and Luigi, but littler. Hey, that ain't no new person.
What?
And you call him Baby Mario. What's his name? Baby Mario.
Mario!
No.
Mario when he's little!
They're not new. They're just, let's just make a
They're in
version
Mario
of them
Kart
baby.
too.
So,
Marco and Lucas.
Yeah, they're not new people. They're not new people. They're just like, well, let's just turn Mario.
You just want a new Mario Brother just because?
It's Manny and Lenny.
Fam,
Marcus and Lucas.
there is a Nintendo Switch and new Nintendo coming out probably in the forthcoming. Can I get a updated Mario? Can Mario like got skinny jeans on or something?
Fam, Mario Odyssey has 1,000 costumes that are all incredible.
Look, number six, Luigi. All right, whack, all of them whack. Mario and Luigi didn't even have the same dad. Huh? They don't even look the same. No weird. Huh? Number 5, Pac-Man. Number 4, Sonic. Pac-Man probably should be number 1 because everybody recognizes Pac-Man. All right, Pac-Man is the easiest character in the history. He's a circle with a triangle mouth. All right, and he just all right. Number 4, Sonic. Number 3, Scorpion. All right, Scorpion is one of the most iconic and has one of the most iconic lines, quotes in video game history. Get over here.
Say it like him. Say it like him.
Get over here.
That's pretty good.
Number 2, Madden. All right, he's more popular.
You can't even play as Madden!
It doesn't matter. He's a character.
He's not a caricature!
He's a character.
No, Yo, B.
It's a character.
right.
He's the most. He's more popular for video games than he is for football.
Yes.
You're right. Oh, that's a 100% fact.
Madden.
So
The
you're talking
sound-
about
Madden.
most important people in football.
It's Madden.
In video games, yes, it's Madden.
It's Madden.
Madden's not a playable character.
Yes, number
It's
1,
Madden.
the soundtrack to Mario.
It's Madden. He's in the game. He talks. He announces. He's Mario. I mean, it's Madden. And number 1, Mario. All right, and Mario is Mario and might be a loser though. He worked, fam. Why did they make him a plumber?
Might be a loser.
He goes into pipes
Fam,
under the ground.
No, y'all gonna pause this
Swimming
entire
around.
episode, or
fam. He wears coveralls. There's no toilets. there's no
Overalls are
bathtub.
fire.
Fam, he jumps on a flagpole, slides down, and
Still
he
can't believe you
wins.
said
huh?
Tetris.
You right.
And he fights Bowser. And why?
I did when I was doing research online. I did see someone say Tetris blocks, which is weird to me, but
It probably should be number 5.
if you did top games of all time, the iconic games, yes.
Sonic is
Not-
iconic, but Sonic has some of the worst video games ever.
A 100% fact.
Most of these people are whack.
Although
but Sonic exists
Mania that
everywhere,
came out,
though.
Sonic Mania that came out 2 years ago is unbelievable.
Like people still,
and everybody should play it because
people
it's
still
like
put
$15.
Sonic rings in memes where people fall down and rings fall out.
Scorpion
I mean,
should probably.
They're making a
I
movie
mean,
in
it's
2020 about
it's
him.
still,
Like,
it's
Sonic movie was
still
fire.
Yeah.
That
I
Sonic
didn't watch
movie wasn't
it.
bad,
It
actually.
was really good.
I enjoyed it.
It was a really good movie. And the new one,
It wasn't good, but I enjoyed it.
another
the new one has
movie.
Knuckles in it. It's pretty good. I want to see the new one.
all
too.
right.
You have fam, Drew?
Next.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
This one is a slash, but I put Afro Thunder and Stretch together.
Ooh, those are good ones.
NBA Street and Ready to Rumble
Afro
Boxing.
Thunder was in one game.
That's why I put a slash, because Stretch is in all the NBA Street.
If you're
NFL Street.
in one game, how could you make yourself iconic?
Tetris blocks, man, over here.
Pac-Man.
Tetris is one of the most popular video games in the history
one game.
of electronics.
right.
Because first of all, there were
Yeah, but
many
they made
versions.
Pac-Man shoes,
Whoa,
movies, and
there
whatever
were
else. I said
many
Tetris blocks.
There were
Ready to
many,
Rumble.
that. He said
there
Pac-Man.
were many versions of Tetris, but you just can't beat the original stacking blocks and winning.
I actually like Tetris Attack.
I don't know what
me.
that is.
Those NBA, those street games and the wrestling, all those Def Jam, all those games that came out in those were fire. Like those
DMX
changed.
should have been on the list.
So you have an Afro
Def Jam
Thunder
Fight from
Man
New York,
and
RIP
NBA Streets
DMX.
player.
Stretch, who's in other games, yes.
I don't even know who Stretch is. The only Stretch I know is Stretch Armstrong.
Well, that's
What's number 9?
sucks for you. Master Chief, number 9, from Halo. Who you didn't have on your list? He didn't even have on his list.
You didn't have Drake, Nathan Drake either. I don't know what that's all
I don't
about.
think I'm view him as iconic.
Nathan
He's,
Drake's
he's
not
my
even
favorite
mentioned.
video games of all time, but like I don't iconic.
There's literally a movie coming out. What do you mean not iconic?
I mean, all these got movies. Literally every single one of these people have movies.
Tetris doesn't have a movie.
Okay, well, I mean,
Pac-Man's not a movie
You know
either.
why? Because it's not a character.
no, it is a character. Character isn't a person. Character is something. This bottle of water has character. Character isn't a person. Huh? You can look it up. I'm a psychologist. Character isn't a person. It's facts. It's not even. It's a period.
This is the greatest episode of all.
What's number 9?
That was Master Chief. So number 8, Lara Croft.
Master Chief, whatever.
Master Chief's number 9
Video
is
game of all time.
Biggest of all time.
Yes.
Besides
Halo?
Call of Duty, probably.
Oh, sorry, Mario
Halo-
may be bigger.
Halo
but that's
isn't.
it.
Halo isn't the biggest video game
Yes,
of all
it
time.
is.
Halo is the
Only
biggest
the argument
Xbox
is Mario.
video game of all time.
What do you think? Xbox is small? I mean,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Xbox, it's by far
reason-
if Mario
And
if
Halo
Mario-
is some of the wackest games of all time. You want to talk about a video game that never evolved?
What?
1, 2, okay. Dude, say something, Rico.
No, he's right.
I'm right. I'm right.
He's right.
When Halo landed,
these are
I'm
facts.
right.
He's right.
it doesn't matter. When
I'm
Halo
not
landed,
gonna have
right.
a discussion
That
about
changed
video
video
games. You don't play them.
Oh,
I don't think you've ever owned an Xbox.
100% agree.
I don't
That's
think
why
you've
it's on the
ever
list.
owned an
Because
Xbox.
own an
it brought
Xbox right
PC
now, and I
level
own an
first-person
Xbox
shooting
before that.
to console.
Yes,
I
probably going to
totally
stock
get
that.
that.
played multiplayer.
Did not evolve. I don't know.
I'm
if
not
it
saying
evolved.
about
From
evolving.
1 to 2.
Are you guys?
Halo
Halo games
but
did
3,
not
4,
evolve.
I
One
don't
and
think
two,
it did.
Whatever. You deal with it.
I agree.
But Halo is some of the wackest
It's
video
still
games
one of the
there
biggest
is.
franchises ever, and it changed video games.
Cool, go ahead. Yeah, because it
agree.
comes out first every single year. That and whatever Forza for Xbox. So you're
No.
gonna buy those two all the time.
Because of what they did about playing multiplayer, setting up all the
Yeah, no,
playing LAN parties.
it's
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
I mean, GoldenEye,
Yeah.
but
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you
I
couldn't set
digress.
up. You couldn't play with 16
I agree.
people. Yeah.
I agree.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, that should be. I meant to say that too.
also, Waluigi in Super Mario Baseball is one of the best video game athletes ever. He's unhittable in Super Mario Baseball.
Okay. 8, Lara Croft, obviously. Number 7, Ryu. Iconic. Number 6, Donkey Kong, for many reasons, because he actually introduced Mario into the game and is in every other game. And Donkey Kong on Super Nintendo is still fire. It's hard game.
Donkey
Number
Kong is
so
a
hard.
fool. He should have never brought Mario in. Lost his job.
Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog. Clearly, I mean those rings. What
Sure.
can you do?
And the rings are iconic.
Yep. Number 4, Pac-Man. Obvious reasons. You can put Miss Pac-Man in there too. Doesn't really matter.
He's a
Stay
whore.
woke. Come on, man.
Number 3 is another Slash. I put Scorpion / Sub-Zero because they're the best 2 characters in the game, and
I'd probably say Scorpion. Sub-Zero's never been on the cover, I don't think, but who am I?
still you know who.
Although Sub-Zero did have his own video game at one point, I think. Scorpion
Very
did.
bad.
And number
They're
2,
Zero game was
I'm
terrible.
putting Link because those games are one of my favorites all time. It's the first video game I ever played and remember playing.
Link.
I got the shoes on right now.
Hot links are more important than Link.
And number 1, Mario. Because it's Mario.
What you got, man?
It's a fact.
Number 10. It's a fact. Let's go. Number 10.
Mario was 58 years old and sounded like
Settle
a stuffed animal.
down,
Mario!
Hot links are more important than links.
Oh, I got this. Cat got this thick mustache and a plumber, and he sounds like a toy.
Number 10. Mayor Mike Hagar from Final Fight.
What the hell are you
Next.
talking about?
Boom.
Next.
Okay.
Next.
No.
I've never even heard of that
We're
game.
we're talking about this. We're talking about this. No,
Next.
we're talking about this. Super Nintendo.
Next.
Mike Hagar is the mayor of Metro City. No, we're not doing. No, we're doing this.
Don't start.
We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this.
Don't start.
We're doing this.
Hey,
we're doing
don't
this.
start. Just let him go.
Metro City.
Don't start.
Mike Hagar is the mayor of Metro City. When his town gets overrun by criminals and drug dealers,
Yes.
what does Mike Hagar do? Does he
That's
call
the
in SWAT?
storyline
No.
that
Does he
every
call in-
criminal movie
does he
from
call in National
1900s
Guard?
to
no,
now.
he doesn't. Final Fight will make an unbelievable movie because what did he
No.
do? He ripped his shirt off with his 6'7", 220-pound frame, got a lead pipe, and took to the streets and knocked them criminals out. Oh, Mayor Mike Hagar, number 10.
No one put Bebop and,
All right.
Rocksteady. No one put Bebop
would've been
and
fired,
and
no?
Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady weren't in the video. game.
Number 9.
Yeah, they were.
Which
Man, what's
one?
wrong with you?
Ninja
bro?
Turtles.
Turtles in Time.
Hey,
Turtles in
man.
Time.
Within time? Oh, okay.
You upside down.
was just
Don't talk about you,
playing
the
that.
king of video games.
That game is hard as fuck.
is
Number
hard.
9.
Pause.
Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. You want to talk about characters who have only ever been in one game but
You
are
literally
still
had to chase
iconic?
Bebop and Rocksteady through the entire game.
Fam. Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Cute little furry little squirrel doing the craziest nonsense ever.
All right,
Literally
next.
literally the
Next.
hardest game of all.
Your
Next.
number 10 is a person who was a
Hardest.
mayor by day and a street brawler by night.
Who I've never heard of.
Street
no,
brawler
you,
by
you
day.
have, you'd have to see it.
Fam.
No.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like, oh, I got my coffee. All right, Agnes.
He
I'll see you
fought,
later.
No joke.
Ripped shirt off.
No joke.
Boom.
No
Hit
joke.
people with lead
he
pipes.
fought on the streets wearing Van Heusen dress pants and overalls. Not even no joke.
100% facts. Number 8, Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5. Probably the ultimate wild card in the history of video games. That man's an actual psycho.
The game itself should have been mentioned, but
Well,
I mean,
it's not a top 10 video game.
Trevor's the best character. Trevor's the best
Grand Theft
character.
Auto?
No, I'm saying we're not doing top 10 video games.
Oh, right.
No, I
But
know,
Trevor's the
but-
best character in one of the most popular
I don't
game
even know
franchises ever.
the guys' names in any of them.
All right.
How's that
No,
iconic?
Nico Bellic, and I know better than that him and the other cat.
Nico's cousin, Roman.
Grand Theft,
My cousin.
Grand
He
Theft-
probably should have been on the
Grand
list.
Theft Auto games are whack. Grand Theft Auto games are for people
You
with
are
ADHD.
unsure.
All right. You just be like, all right, I'm out of here. You don't even do the mission. I'm gonna go just blow up the people at the beach and hop in a
You're
car.
just talking about people who have ADHD playing it that way. You're not talking about the game itself.
It's built for them.
I feel attacked. Number
It's
7.
not. It's built to not be linear.
Number 7, Scorpion, for the aforementioned. Get over here, iconic, whatever. Number 6, GLaDOS from Portal. Probably the best video game villain of all time.
Next.
Great. Number
Portal
5.
is a better computer video game than it is. Whatever. Oh wait, Portal. With the little white thingy, the robot thingy.
Yep.
Oh,
You
come
go to the
on.
ports. All right.
Next.
Number 5, Master Chief from Halo. Literally the only reason Xbox exists as a company.
That's
The
not
only
true,
reason it
because
works.
Microsoft is the company. And they
The
were
only
here.
reason, maybe the only reason
I don't think
Microsoft
Master
is
Chief.
competitive in video
I don't
games.
think Master Chief was the one.
Single-handedly sold Xboxes.
You don't see Microsoft Zunes anymore.
Well,
It's true.
I mean, yeah, Halo did single-handedly sell Xboxes, but it was the franchise solo thing that. I mean, there's a video game with every system that solely did something.
Yeah, Mario.
Everyone, Mario, PlayStation had who? What
Everyone.
Yeah, everything is
Nathan
original.
Drake, who you didn't mention.
That wasn't one of the original PlayStation ones. Like, I'm talking about starting from the beginning. Halo was
Twisted
the very
Metal.
first Xbox.
Ooh, Sweet Tooth. He's
There isn't one.
That might be a good
Oh
one.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's Solid Snake.
Oh, that's true.
Crash Bandicoot. Also.
I'd probably say
Spyro.
somebody like that. I don't know about Snake.
Fly away.
PlayStation
Snake,
has a lot.
iconic.
Iconic. No man. What?
I think the sound.
Yo, B.
I think the sound is more iconic than like I don't know. The best part about Snake, and I love Metal Gear Solid games. I still have some unwrapped. That haven't unwrapped yet. The best part about that game is it legit followed timeline. And he got older and slower and whacker throughout the years. That's how it should have been.
Yeah, but then they ruined Metal Gear Solid 5. Now he's young again. But it's fine.
Look,
I agree.
He went back in time.
He did. Number 4, Lara Croft. She's honestly kind of the reason I don't have Nathan Drake on the list, because she was just the original running.
that's a good reason
busting
to not have
numbers.
him on there.
Yeah. Number 3, Solid Snake. Metal Gear Solid was the first game to like really be cinematic and them go to that next level, and David Hayter played him to perfection. That voice is iconic in general as well as the sound. Number 2 is a slash. I have Ryu and Ken.
That's way too high.
All right, you. Ken is probably better, but I think people would recognize Ryu more. Probably the birth of competitive video gaming in general was Street Fighter. Line up the quarters on the screen. All right.
Street Fighter 1 was whack.
Number 1, it's not even a question as to who number 1 is. He's the Nike of video game characters.
Wario.
All right. He is the reason video games exist. He's the reason we're here doing this list. Because remember, in 83...
I don't know about that.
Oh, in 83, Pac-Man came out for Atari 2600 and it was trash.
It was-
and then E.T. came out for Atari 2600 and it was trash.
E.T.
And all the
was
publications
so
were like,
trash.
well, I guess video games, that was a fun fad for a while.
Okay.
What's next? What are we going to do next? Oh, not so fast, says Shigeru Miyamoto from Japan, who created Super Mario Brothers
Stop.
and sold
Stop.
the most copies of everything ever
Stop.
and revitalized video
Stop.
gaming for
Stop.
the entire
You know how many
world.
classic
All right.
video games were on original NES?
I understand
Mario
that.
had nothing to do with making video games popular over and over and over again.
Mario
Them
was
making-
a launch title.
Them making that many good games where you could see what the system was capable of is what made video games go on and on forever.
If Super Mario doesn't work, none of the other stuff
might
matters.
not
Super
have
Mario's the only game, no one cares when it gets to the next one.
Mario.
The reason people buy systems is because you can play 50 million bazillion different games, not to just buy Mario.
And NES had 800 titles. What did that start with? Super
Yeah,
Mario.
but back
Super
then-
Mario would have been a bad game. No one would have cared that they were making all those other games. Nintendo would have went out of business if Super Mario wasn't
if
good.
Mario,
Are you insane?
It's hard. Whoa. It's hard to say. It's yes and a no. If the game wasn't as phenomenal as it was because it came with the system. When the Nintendo first came out, it came with the Nintendo. I was the very first person. I mean,
the
we
world
were
to
there
buy
when
it.
it came out. Like I went to go buy an Atari,
Nah, that was
and they were like, "Oh, we just got this," and the man showed me the gun. Give me one. I was I was at the Circuit City, like, give me that now, like whatever. I went to buy an Atari. All right. Now you didn't buy Mario. So it was irrelevant whether or not George is right and you're right. Mario had to work when you bought the system, because if Mario would have sucked track, because video games didn't come out as fast as they do now. Like, you had to legit wait for them. So if Mario didn't work out, now this is back in the 80s, Mario had to keep your attention for a long span of time. Mario 1 was not an easy game whatsoever. It was 2 video games in one, and it's still not an easy game. Facts. It came with the gun. Now, if Mario didn't work to be able to retain the attention enough for people to say, this was so good, I'm going to buy what comes out next, then that's the thing. Now, I couldn't tell you what the second video game ever was to come out on Nintendo. I don't know what it was.
What wasn't the first one?
Mega Man?
It was Mario/Duck Hunt?
Yeah, Mario/Duck Hunt. And then what was after that? Mega Man?
There was
1?
a bunch of stuff before that.
I'm sure there probably was a bunch of stuff.
Came out before that.
Excitebike might have came out.
It was way before that.
Before Mega Man 1?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
All the ones that had lower grade graphics came out before the ones that you're thinking of that started. Contra was one of the original games.
Oh,
too.
there was baseball.
Yeah,
There was
that game
the
was
original
fun, too.
baseball.
But
That game is a lot.
RBI baseball.
Mario was important to the point to where it had to be so good to make you buy another one. A lot of people with Atari couldn't keep the attention to make people keep buying the other one because the games were so bad.
Yeah, well, you could beat Pong and like you could master it and like.
The only game I ever played on Atari was California Games because it was the only one.
No one even played. Who played Mario once you bought the other stuff? Once you got Contra, Legend of Zelda.
No.
Who
That-
played
There
that?
are still speedruns of Mario happening
Well,
today.
no. But see, that's facts.
this
No.
day.
That's true. But like Mario had to say like, this is so good that I'm gonna buy something else. Now it did fall. to
No,
the
another
wayside.
game. If you're crediting that for people buying other games, that's fine. But you can't credit it for the next system and then the next system after that. No, it's because people
Yeah, but
didn't
the
see
NES doesn't work. No one cares about any of that other stuff. Video games were deader than dead until the NES
it
came
worked
out.
because they had all the other titles that were classics.
Well, I mean, yes and no. But Mario was always the first game to come out on every single Nintendo
you
system.
can point to systems that. What did Genesis have?
Sonic.
Sega.
Exactly.
Sonic.
Exactly.
Sonic came
Does
with
it
it.
exist anymore? No.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but it
existed
did
for a while.
No.
Yeah, because Dreamcast came.
The Dreamcast was
there were-
Sega.
Their
were-
only
there were
doom was
three-
them rushing Dreamcast.
No.
That
Yeah,
was the
that
only
were-
thing that doomed
There were
them.
3 systems and they didn't have good enough games. That's why.
Oh,
it
no,
doesn't
no,
exist.
no.
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
Dreamcast.
Yes.
had
It wasn't
classic games.
it wasn't
not.
about that. Didn't it?
It did.
Genesis
No, it
was
did not.
Genesis.
Jaguar Radio's not a classic. Soul Calibur's not
Nintendo
a
came
classic.
out.
How far are you gonna go?
Plasma Sword.
No.
Power Stone.
But see, that was
No.
hold on. That was the
Space
power.
Channel 5.
Wait. That was the power.
Phantasy Star Online.
That was the
Those
power
are
of
game consoles
Mario.
that have online gaming.
That was the power of Mario. Super Nintendo was so much better than Sega. But like you could
No, original Sega Genesis was fire.
No.
Yes, it was.
Super Nintendo blew it out of
Super
the
Nintendo?
water. But a lot of
I
people
didn't say that. I said it was
No.
fire. He
A
said
lot of-
he said
no.
way better. No, it wasn't way better.
Oh, no. Way better.
No way.
I bought Sega
I
first.
love Genesis.
I've
Way
never
better Super
not
Nintendo.
owned a system. I've owned everything from Atari Jaguar to Neo Geo, TurboGrafx 16. I've had every single thing. Genesis was the one that everybody attracted to better because we were a little like Mario's a little it was goofy. Mario 2 was dramatically different than 1, and 3 saved that franchise. That franchise was gonna die after 2. 2 was turned into avant-garde art. It
Because
was
2
weird.
Because
All
2
right.
wasn't the original Super Mario 2. It was a game called Doki Doki Panic in Japan.
And then
they
in Mario
put Mario
3,
faces on it.
Mario
and called it
3
Super Mario 2.
came animate, like it came more fun and relatable and cute and whatever.
Mario 3's a play.
Sonic
Fun
became
fact.
Sonic was cool. Nintendo hadn't mastered cool yet. Sonic,
They probably still haven't mastered.
Sonic
cool.
and Mortal Kombat sold Sega Genesis.
it's
It's
mastered.
still a kid system. No, it is.
You can play everything on
Genesis?
it. I mean,
No, you can't. No,
can't?
Nintendo.
Mortal Kombat. You got Madden. You got
Resident
everything
Evil
on it.
4, probably the
Who's-
best Resident Evil game.
Who's buying that
came
system
out on
to
a
play
Nintendo
those?
system.
Resident
Well,
Evil.
a lot of
Another
people
video
are
game
because
movie.
the Switch is portable
No,
now.
Resident Evil was a PlayStation 5 game. What? I mean, a PlayStation
Resident Evil
1.
4 originally came out on GameCube and was immediately hailed as the best Resident Evil game of all time.
It first came out on Nintendo.
That's fine. Resident Evil started as a
Oh, I understand
Sony
that.
product.
You can argue the evolution of what did what and all that. For GameCube, Mario didn't come out first on GameCube. Wasn't it Metroid? It was Samsung.
It was Super Metroid.
I think
it was
Super
and I
Metroid.
believe
We should mention Samus too, because
Samus should go on the list.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
We call her Metroid.
I don't.
I do. I don't call her Samus.
That's disrespectful by
Yeah,
you.
that is correct. And maybe the first
Metroid is some of the
heroine in
wackiest video games ever, too.
Damn, what?
Metroids are whack, no. They were whack, no. They're not better than Mega Man's.
Oh, yes, they are.
You're insane.
I don't know. Mega Man's are
insane.
fine.
What?
Mega Man 2 was one of the greatest Nintendo games of all time.
Super Metroid is one of the best video games of all time.
Wrong. Super
Metroid Prime is one of the best video games of all time.
Super Metroid was one of the most innovative from a POV perspective, from a visual perspective, from an all-around look perspective, in-helmet perspective. Phenomenal. But don't do that.
So do what? Mega Man's been the same since 1981.
Oh, you know what else happened? You know what else happened with Mortal Kombat when we came on video games? On Sega Mortal Kombat didn't have blood.
Sega Mortal Kombat.
No, sorry. Sega Mortal was saved Sega for a little while longer too. When Mortal Kombat came out, it had blood. And Super Nintendo didn't.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to him.
They battled
Sonic
with different
and Mortal
things.
Kombat. Or
because like George is right,
Sega Genesis.
Nintendo didn't want to leave its vibrant, colorful thing until it got to Mortal Kombat 2. Then Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo blew it out of the water from every system. Mortal Kombat 2 was on Genesis. That Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo is one of the greatest video games of all time to me. Because it had the blood, it had the graphics, the colors, the vibrancy, it had everything. Sega was more gritty. Streets of Rage, Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage 3. They were in the streets. They were gritty. Final Fight on
Golden Axe.
Final Fight on Super Nintendo was vibrant, colorful, better storytelling.
Golden Axe is a arcade game.
Golden Axe is a fun game, though.
It was better on arcade,
Golden Axe is incredible, but Golden Axe is an arcade game.
Ultra Beast.
Ultra Beast.
They tried to
They're all arcade games.
They tried to save Sega with Earthworm Jim and a lot of characters like that, but they had no relatability though. We had got too far deep into other stuff to be like, Earthworm Jim, he's a worm. It was like, okay, and then they tried other characters.
Earthworm Jim is
Then by the time they got to Sega Saturn and stuff, they tried Starry Night. They tried to do House of Dead on Dreamcast. They tried to do 2K basketball. They tried a lot of things.
Typing of the Dead is one of the greatest games
They couldn't beat.
That's another one. Typing of the Dead.
They couldn't beat people who built
Sega doesn't exist for a reason.
Better systems for one. Yeah.
The reason it doesn't is because Dreamcast came out too fast.
Because
they rushed it.
Well,
yes,
yes and no, but. Every single video game on Dreamcast,
2 years before PlayStation 2.
It had no titles.
They couldn't compete with PlayStation. They were too worried about PlayStation.
You can't sell a system that you can't play any games on.
That's
why people go out of business.
Dreamcast.
That's one game.
Dreamcast had some of the best arcade games of all times.
Crazy
Taxi, Cruising USA,
Power Stone,
House of Dead. It has some of the best, but they didn't translate.
And Typing of the Dead.
But they didn't figure out how to translate it correctly. Time Cop. They didn't figure out how to translate them correctly to a home system. Time Crisis. To a home system. Then when they got to Sega Saturn, they were so panicked about PlayStation that they threw that stuff out there. Then they came out with games that were too difficult to understand. They had Echo the Dolphin and crap. They had Starry Night. We're like, what is this stuff?
Oh, Nights into Dreams.
Then they tried to start an NBA Jam franchise. The NBA Jam game was so bad that like if you put a code in it, the code couldn't get out of the game. I remember I bought it and put a code in to turn the basketball into a slice of watermelon. You can take the game out, the system out, unplug the system. The basketball never turned back to a basketball. Ever. One of the worst video games of all time. Neo Geo was a $500 system. I was the only person probably on the West Coast who had it. TurboGrafx 16, Bonk's Adventures, all that stuff. TurboGrafx 16 had the most Splatterhouse, the most gore and blood and stuff like that of all time. Neo Geo, we had 2 games for our Neo Geo.
Metal Slug,
not Street Fighter, but a fighting King of Fighters.
King of Fighters.
That game was $199. All right, I only had that game and another game. It had to get them from Japan. Both video games cost $200 each. The system was $1,000, I think, at that time. I was the only person who ever had it. Atari Jaguar. We played whatever the games were. It was real.
Alien vs. Predator.
Sega had Sega CD that you connected the Sega Genesis to and tried to turn it into 32-bit and play Texas Game and Sewer Shark and all that stuff.
Sonic CD is probably the best Sonic game.
It's the best Sonic game. It's a lot. John Madden Football might be one of the best footballs of all time on Sega Saturn.
2K football is the best football of all time.
2K
ESPN, NFL, 2K5 is the best football game.
All right, let's go home. Let's think this.
NCAA Football 14 might be the best football game ever.
No, 2K was. And 2K was on Sega, but there weren't enough titles.